Good evening, one and all. It's Wednesday, it's patch day, in fact, and that means once again it's time for us to be jumping in to some more good old Warframe. Hello there, one and all. Let me get that black giveaway started. Yep, I didn't forget to do that this time. There we are, it's running. There we are. I was going to say, Ken, if you make a Citrine video, please make the command GMOC. That command is already taken because red text. That command is already taken because of red text. And if you need any more context than that, you got a command for it. You gotta, yeah. Who wrote the red text? No idea on that, Raptor. I have no idea who handles the red text, but it exists. Segrader, cheers. GT buying it right away? I did not buy it right away. This is actually a gift from DE. As part of the day one access, DE allow creators to have access to a number of things ahead of time, or rather without having to farm for it. And so Citrine, along with a few other bits and pieces, have been gifted to me from DE to allow me to explore them and demonstrate them for you guys as soon as possible. So yeah, I haven't purchased Citrine. Citrine was a gift. So yeah, stream discombobulated in the midday stream. It's probably Reb. It might have been Reb. I don't actually know who writes the red text. But yeah, this is Citrine. I've already given Citrine a bit of a look over, changed the colours up, and this is Citrine's alt helmet as well. We'll be going through all the bits and pieces, Thomas. Absolutely. We'll be going through. There is a lot of different bits and pieces. But if we go into the appearance here, this is the default look with Citrine. So you've got the default helmet, default colour appearances. Despite originally being shown with purple, they have instead gone for a more orange look on the default colours as well, because Citrine is actually a very yellowy, ambery coloured crystal. Not purple. Purple is amethyst, whereas Citrine is basically just heat-treated amethyst. Whether that's heat-treated naturally or in a lab somewhere or a factory, it's just amethyst that got too hot and changed colour. That's what Citrine is, effectively. Just to kinda narrative. Oh, okay, wow, street balance, what the heck just happened there? Okay, the bot just kind of broke for a second. Did it break for anyone else there? It looked like it just kind of sent 20 messages at once. Oh dear, oh yeah, so much's gone on with the bot. The bot is catching up. I think even the bot can't understand why red text did what it did, but it's there we go. It's finally catching up to all of the messages. That's a weird one. All right then. Excellent. Why not? Is that title of the stream, Cosmos? Try typing the word into chat. You saw that citrus orange? Well, that's where Citrine gets its name from. Not Citrine the Warframe. Citrine the crystal gets its name from that. From having a citrus colour to it, and therefore Citrine the Warframe is named after Citrine the mineral, and Citrine the mineral is named after citrus fruit. So technically, yes. You don't want to type it, Cosmo? Fair enough. Someone else eventually will, and then you'll see the link from the bot. Yeah. Is Citrine quite as WTF was going on as Varuna? I haven't even got to check out their abilities as yet. I haven't even got to that point, so we'll find out together. Citrine does have some large cuts into her shoulders. I would say the correct term for having crystals split along a clear line from where they formed. However, I don't want to be misunderstood by either Twitch moderation or YouTube moderation. So when I refer to a Warframe as having splits in certain places, I don't want to use the correct term in case I'm misunderstood. For those of you who know the correct term, you'll understand why. And for those of you who don't know, read a geology textbook. Basically. But yeah, it's looking a little bit body horror. I mean, Warframes are body horror, so close enough, pretty much. But let's have a look then. So with Citrine here, we've got a Fracture Blast ability, slash stagger enemies with a Crystal Blast that inflicts bleed. Enemies afflicted with a status effect have an increased chance of dropping health orbs, which works in with a passive. I'll bring up in just a sec. Actually, let's do it this way so we can also see the passive. It's a passive. Citrine grants nearby allies 5 health regen per second, and that seems to just be always on, a constant health regen. Pick up a health orb to increase regeneration by 0.1 up to a max of 25. So with, what's that, 200 health orbs? Yeah, 200 health orbs, I think that maxes out at. Yeah, something like that. That's a lot of health orbs to get that maximum. That's quite a bit to get to the maximum there. But in any case, the base damage on this, we'll need to see those stats when fully ranked up, but it's starting at a 250 impact slash, so it's going to be either 250 of both, or 125 of both, I'm not sure. Probably 125 of both. And then increases drops of health orbs, 50%, energy orb 20%, which is cool. Preserving Shell, this will give Citrine some damage reduction. Cool. Kills and assists increase the defensive power of the shell. That's interesting. Prismatic Gem. This one, when you're damaging enemies with your weapons, this one will also further damage them with beams sent out from it. And then we have the Crystallize, which will make enemies get hit by glass resonance, is the best way I can put that. We'll just have to see it in action. We'll just have to see it in action. You don't like the helmet? So there are two helmets. There are two helmets. This one I picked because from the backside, which is where I'm going to be seeing the Warframe most of the time anyway, because we play running forwards, but camera behind. That's why I've gone for that one, because the back one on that one, just, frankly, just looks a little bit more annoying for me. That just looks more odd than this one. That's why I've gone for that helmet. On the front side, I will say that the default helmet does look a little bit nicer on the front. It's a hardcore, it's a hard one. But yes, so we have ourselves a Citrine. What are augments? What augments, Vlad? Warframes don't start with augments added in, that's silly. We don't get that. Base one looks kind of like Mags. Mags if the glass blew off and revealed crystals, I suppose. In a way. Do I have Arcane Headshot to test if it stacks? Let me see here. Are you meaning the brand new? None of these are called Arcane Headshots. You're referring to something specific, and I'm not sure what you're referring to. So we'll get to it. We're starting off with Citrine. Now, I would like to jump in to the Sortie and Archon Hunt. However, I can't do that with Citrine yet because I need to level them up. So, let's just get the Sortie and Archon Hunt out of the way. Then we can have a proper look at Citrine. Let's just get Sortie and Archon Hunt out of the way. We can now sort these by Archon Shards, by the way, so that is nice. So we can bring up Milavos there. Didn't mean to click upgrade, but there we are. Obviously, you can't sort these by Archon Shards because they don't have Archon Shards. And strangely enough, it seems that if you do switch to searching a weapon, the sort by Archon Shards gets broken because of that. So I'm going to stick to sort by usage as my default. Just makes it easier to find things. Just makes it easier to find things. Alright. I think we're ready to get cracking on. Looks like we got a few people who want to join on today's Sortie. Mind if I join the Sortie and Archon Hunts? Been waiting for the day since Devstream. Sure. And then we got Quintus. Is there still a spot in the Sortie? There is indeed. Welcome in, Quintus. And Bill Cool. There we are. Don't even need to do a call to arms for the Sortie. We've got the full squad already. The Shard Pity system has not landed just yet, Raptor. That lands on Monday with the brand new Archon Hunt, so as not to disadvantage people who already did this hunt on Monday or Tuesday, or earlier today, Wednesday. So the Pity system, as much as it technically shows, it's not actually here until next week. Is there another raffle today? There is a raffle almost every single Warframe stream I do, Meet Deep. So exclamation mark raffle if you're interested on that, and also it's in the title as if to confirm for you it is absolutely happening. But first things first, let's go on to Sortie. I need a sniper. Whoops. Let's go to get a sniper, which they have also improved too. They have also improved. So if I go into here and I type in sniper, you'll notice now that only snipers come up. It no longer shows you weapons which are not actually snipers. Is the Ambassador Caster a sniper? Oh, hold up. I mean, I know all these are. Is the ambassador considered a sniper? If so, let's give it a whirl. Maybe not give it a whirl. Let's quickly fix this. There we are. Chamber. Sure, why not? Let's put that on there. Deadhead. Let's see. I can't remember what we're up against, so I won't do a Bane. Let's just go crits. Critical delay, vital sense, and let's throw in some element. Let's just go toxin, why not? There we go. Now it's modded. Yeah, I didn't think the ambassador was a sniper. That might be an oversight here.
The Void has chosen me as its prophet.
Mission requires sniping your loadout. God damn it, dear. You had one job. You had one job. Oh, come on. They put it in the patch notes. I even just spent resources on that. Okay. So this is why. In the description, switch effortlessly between charged explosive sniper shots and rapid fire electrical assault mode. That's why it's popping up there, because it's in the description. Ah, come on. Ah. If it's not actually a sniper, don't put sniper in the description, it breaks this. Okay, never mind. It's a small thing. So instead, let's go with the Perigale. I never used the Perigale. Is the ambassador good? I've not heard great things about it. I haven't done much research into it myself, though. Alright, let's do this. Mobile defense, sniper only. I'm bringing Perigale. What could possibly go wrong?
Give unto the void.
Also, let me use the chat a little bit lower. Let me move that up a bit. That looks a bit better. Should I type sniper in search? Maybe that's too advanced for the 10-year-old game. Who knows? Out of ammo? Disaster Maker. I have both Carrier and Lavos. Ammo should not be a concern for me. Thoughts on Void Flood 2.0? If you're referring to a new game mode, we've literally just started the stream, so my thoughts are...
You must deliver payloads
and there you go. I love it. Mobile defense, sniper only, and therefore I do not have a weapon whilst I am holding onto a data mass. Spicy. There we go. And now I'm just going to nuke everything with toxic anyway, because I'm Lavos. And Zom has brought the wrong build. GG, Zom. GG. So far so good on Perigaling. Since you use the info so much, can I show you the build? Got one tox yesterday. I can show you that when we're not in a mission without it, sure. Remind me when we are not in a mission and I can show you. Not gonna lie, the Corpus are annoying to snipe because headshots on mowers, not a fan. Not a fan. I can figure it out, it's just annoys me. But so far so good. Have I seen Citrin's helmet? As in the ability that Citrin offers to the helmet system and is therefore just a ability that Citrin has? I've read it. I have not yet played Citrin because the stream's just started and you can't bring Citrin to a sortie. Infested or worse to try and headshot? I mean, true. Yeah, normally for the infested I don't even think about headshots, I just kind of kill them, but for the Perigale it matters, yeah. At least the gun kind of go better. Let's send out a toxin wave, why not? Just mess up everything nearby. Apparently a bunch of stuff below me. If I zap it like that, that should help kill it. Yep, there we are. Whatever that is down there, it's a bit screwed. There it goes. The Infestor, you just bring a shotgun and hope the pellets hit the head. I mean, when it's a sniper-only sortie, that's a little bit more difficult. That's the entire reason I'm using a Perigale right now, is sniper-only. If it weren't for that, then sure. Wow, I just killed everything now. Zaku, highest range build possible. I mean, we can have a Zaku build next. Highest range possible sounds a little bit specific to say that we're going into a sortie mission. But we can see what we can achieve, at least just with generalized Zaku.
Wise Parvus, the low thief shall never know.
Oh, this guy's appeared somewhere. Is he already dead? Oh, he's already dead. Didn't even notice when I'd already just turned him into dust. Toxin wave, and everything dies. Up. Up. I mean, not having to reload most of the time is definitely a bonus. So long as you aim sufficiently well enough, it just keeps going. Any more? Any more? No? No? Okay. That room will have to wait to respawn some more. Oop, that was a terrible miss. Should build even if the sniper sorties? I mean, you should build it for mastery points, you know? Every weapon's another bit of mastery. Might as well grab it. I'm so used to using slam attacks to land quickly. I just tried slamming there. It was doing nothing. Of course, no melee, can't slam.
The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it.
Like, there. I would love to slam right there to take me out of that bullet jump, but I just can't. Full sniper, burst. It's burst. Just the term used for that type of firing mode. There we go. Is that a Vulpur Violet? Someone might be using a Vulpur Violet, or I'm not. That didn't show me a plus on Steel Meridian. Oh, have I maxed them out and didn't notice? Whoops. The Perigale can do lots of damage, yeah. Now, I'm slowly in the process of getting hold of all augments. That means, rather than bite off others, I'm just ranking up my ranking up my standing manually. So I'm going to get Silver Meridian today, probably up to rank 2 as well, which would be nice. All right, so Meep Deep wanted a bit of Zaku. Let's see what we got Zaku wise. Just switch the weaponage around a bit here, and then Zaku. Okie dokie. This is just a generalized all-round Zaku build. It's not maximum range, it's just manageable. This one, however, is a much higher range, but has also worse overall defenses. But, you know, let's go for it. Yeah, let's go for it. What's the worst that could happen? Although I will... do I swap that? Yeah, I swapped that out. Not sure exactly why that's on there, but I'm going to swap that out. Alrighty then. Let's give this a roll. Next one is melee only. Oh, wow. 2 weapon restricted sorties in one go. Alright. What one have I got? I've got Dual Carrier's Prime. I need to level it up. Sure, why not? I've got Zaku. The melee's not good enough, then the guns will do it. Because Zaku. I mean, I'm in a squad of 4 people. I've got 3 other people here who should be at least somewhat capable. You know, I have faith in Bill Cool, I have faith in Quintus, I have faith in Tom. I have lots of faith in Tom. They've got the right logo and everything. I mean, it should be fine. Which would be better, Rolling Guard or Adaptation? It depends on what the rest of your build is. If you are health or shield tanking directly, then Adaptation is probably the better idea at higher tiers. However, if you are... However, if you are on a limited amount of hit points, so if you are not directly health or shield tanking, then you would want to consider Rolling Guard, because when you do take damage, taking more damage will be lethal. So it always depends on your build. To say that one is strictly better than the other, Rolling Guard versus Adaptation, would be incorrect. Hello, little Den, how you doing? Alright, let's get sealing. Well, that was quick. I has guns. They go burr. When I can find the enemies. Here we go. Guns going burr. B is under attack, so I'm just gonna arrive here and then everything should be dead. Yeah, that's good enough. As you can see, Zaku doesn't really need to melee. At this tier of play especially, Zaku does not need to melee. I just kind of exist near enemies and they die. Blocks, cheers. Any alternatives to those two defense mods? It's again down to how you're approaching defense. Rolling Guard is a general round when it comes to getting rid of status effects, being immortal for a brief amount of time. Adaptation is to enhance health or shield tanking into higher tiers. But then you can also tank through shield gating using Augur mods and Brief Respite. In those cases, Rolling Guard can be nice to have, but you don't actually need it. If you are tanking sufficiently through ability, say for example Shatter Shield, you might not feel the need to have Adaptation to increase your HP further, so instead you can focus on more offensive mods. So again, it comes down to situational, to just try and narrow down easy answers to should I be using Adaptation and Rolling Guard or should I not be using. You got to think about your build, and if you don't want to think about your build, copy someone else. Oh, fuck off, I'm talking too long, let me go to that. Copy someone else's build rather than trying to figure out if you should be using a defensive mod or not. Those are your options. Either understand your build or just copy someone else's. Imagine if Zaku's ability would work on Kublich's and sisters. That would be a bit broken. That would be a bit broken. Is D struggling? We should probably help out over here. Looks like they're struggling a bit. There we are. I am helping. I have arrived. That is my help. You are welcome. Couldn't guess from just that little description there, Emma. Couldn't guess. C is under attack. They should have that under control. C doesn't usually get much of an attack. I've been wrong before. Here we are. Adaptation is only really good on frames which are already able to survive. At least long enough for Adaptation to be able to kick in. If you die from the first few hits of damage, Adaptation won't have time to kick in. So that's why it is specifically for health and shield tanks, to enhance them into higher levels of play. And even then, at the highest levels of play, you just won't survive. You'll be one shot anyway. So it almost doesn't matter. If you are routinely avoiding all damage, or if the damage would kill you if you let it hit you, then Adaptation is no good. All about your builds and use cases. Like with every build, really. You can't just throw things together. You always have to be thinking about it. Amma, you might need to... Oh, someone's trying to kill me. Who was it? Looking at Quintus there, running hastily away. I'm going to guess that was Quintus. There we are. I'll continue capping this location now. The Quintus is no longer trying to kill me. Now, you might need to close and reopen your game. Otherwise, I'd recommend opening up to Google at that point and seeing what the options are. The more specific information you can put into your Google search, probably the better. Like, if you can quote the exact error messages you're getting. But unfortunately, beyond that little bit of text support, I can't help you on that one. The weird and wonderful bugginess goes beyond me when it comes to matchmaking issues. Alright, Zaku. Annihilate. There we are. Yeah, very much in this game, when it comes to matchmaking issues, if in doubt, turn it off and on again. If turning it off and on again doesn't work, then you need to Google something. More often than not, literally just closing and reopening the game actually fixes so much. Because computers are fickle beasts, and much like if you get up with a headache and you just don't feel like doing any work today, well, computers are like that too. Sometimes the program just fails to load properly, the computer effectively gets a headache, and the only way to fix it is to just go back to bed and start again. Sometimes it'd be like that. If that doesn't work, escalate to yelling at the device until it works. That one's less reliable. Okay. Still a little bit less reliable. Damn, every location getting hounded at the moment. Enemies are splitting up. D just constantly reactivating the alarm over there. Missiles look cool. They are pretty nifty, aren't they? There we go. This location fully recaptured. Let me just grab all the loot from here because loot is nice. Nearly jump off the map, which is not as nice. And then return to just deleting things. Get rid of the Guardian Xmas first because that one is making everything stronger, and then everything else just dies. That was a nullifier field. God damn it. That was not supposed to happen. What's heat procking me? Oh, in any case, I've re-upped my guns, and we're killing. In fact, we're very close on winning on this one now. If only there was a way we could slow them. I mean, I could start using my other abilities, but I just can't be bothered. I don't play enough Zaku to remember the names of them. The icons don't really help me understand that easily, so I expect the guns, and I let everything die. Jobs are good. Jobs are good. Fourth slows? Oh, it's activating my fourth on cooldown. That's all we needed. Shocksay, I know that Zaku's guns mimic the shapes of your guns. What are the balls? The balls are when it fails to mimic a gun correctly. So, if it's got nothing to mimic, it, for some reason the game just fails to find something to copy, that's what happens. Show the Envoy build? Yeah, sure. My default go-to Envoy build is this one right here. The river there, crit chance, crit damage, plus zoom. Couldn't get everything perfect. In the event that you don't have crit chance, crit damage to have there, you could go for... Let me see. I mean, you could just go for good old Serration, just to give yourself a bonus on that side. Definitely don't want to go for Aptitude. That would be a terrible idea. You could go for Prime Cryo rounds, just throw in yet more cold damage and just obliterate stuff through pure damage approach. Various bits and pieces would work on that side. If you don't mind aiming with the Envoy, although a lot of people wouldn't mind, but if you don't mind, you can use bladed rounds as well. That will work in your favour. But yeah, this is the build I got, and it kind of slaps. In fact, it so kind of slaps. Let's bring it to the next one. Let's wrap up this sortie. Sergeant Assassination for a sortie. Oh, well, this is going to be quick, isn't it? This is going to be very quick. Did I also get Rhino's Deluxe for free? Yes, D did give me also the Rhino Deluxe skin. We can have a look at that later too. As we get into this, is going to be very short mission. So quick, guys. Quick, as soon as I can click it. What reward do you think we're going to get from today's sortie? Is it going to be a NASA sculpture? Is it going to be a Riven Hook? Is it going to be a booster? Or something else entirely? Grab your blue spanners at the bottom of the chat window there, make your prediction, and make it very, very quickly, because as soon as the mission is ending, I'm closing that poll, and that's going to be a very quick ending. You know it's coming. Spaghetti's voted on Catalyst, go for it. What's next? You need to actually put the vote onto the prediction for it to count. To jump up here. Start shooting some things through the wall, don't mind me. The cold procs. That moment when I don't have status resistance as Lavos. Oh, Sergeant is going to be dead because I didn't get there first. Yep, he's dead. Rip, Sergeant. Okay, with this update, a lot of things. If you want to check out the patch notes, you can go ahead and check out the patch notes. Or you can sit back, relax, and see all the things we're going to work through as we work through them. Alright, looks like pretty much everyone's going to be here, so I'm going to end the submissions as soon as Quintus arrives. And... ending. Do I still run arbitrations? I run them occasionally, but I don't really have a need to. And today our reward is Endo. 3 people guessed it'll be Endo. Ronald put 2,000 spanners onto that. Ronald, you're going to be enjoying quite a few spanners back in return there. Congratulations, my dude. You're absolutely right on guessing Endo today. There you go. Rapt saying, by the way, can you be a little bit less interesting? I need to get some work that I intend to get done before my boss dropped additional stuff on me. You know what, Rapt? I can actually help with that. I can actually help with this for you. What I can do for you, Raptor, is I can time you out, and therefore you lose the ability to interact with the stream. How's that sound for you? I can time you out to force you to get back to work because you won't be able to type anymore. That seem like a fair compromise? Quintus redeeming to get 2035. Quintus apparently also wants to be timed out today. Alrighty. Well, Quintus knows how this works because Quintus literally asked for the 2035 redemption, so enjoy. Is there an easy way to get a Necromech? Need it from New Orb and trying more than a week to get it. Well, you get the part blueprints when you complete the, I think it's the Heart of Deimos quest anyway. And as for the rest of it, there's, aside from buying it for Platinum, you just got to go through the farm. You can go here, Void Rig, and purchase one for 375 Platinum, but otherwise, yep, you got to go through the process. I think you can trade some parts from players, but again, you're still spending Platinum at that point. Raps say, appreciate the offer, but I can still be distracted without interacting by the maths. Well, you're just going to have to enjoy the stream then, and get your work done at the same time, aren't you? Can't save you out on that one. A lot less plat. I mean, yeah. You can get the parts cheaper. It's still an amount of platinum, so ultimately it comes down to what you're looking to do. You only have 11 plats on you? There it is then. You either farm up the plats or you farm up the parts. Take your pick. Farm the plat or farm the parts. That's about all you got. Alright, and Quintus, you have a good one. Thanks for joining in, mate. You take care. Alrighty, we've still got Zom in the squad, but we're going to be jumping on into the Archon Hunt now. Let's get that out of the way. Let's just close up some of these tabs. We've got Flowing Thoughts wanting to join on the Archon Hunt. Come on in. So, with the Archon Hunt, we have got this time a mobile defense. Hey, nothing mobile defense today. We got mobile defense, we've got excavation, and then, of course, the showdown. I've also got a bonus to strength on Octavia. Ooh. I'm tempted to do an Octavia start here, because I can get the enemies to attack Octavia's little orb and then just delete themselves. Is there room? There is indeed room. Come on in. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's try Octaviaing. How do you farm plat? So not directly. You farm up items that other people want and you trade for it. And the best website for trading is called warframe.market. I highly recommend it. You may already have stuff in your inventory as well, which is worth selling. You'd be surprised as to the kind of places you can get sellable items. Spy missions pump out a lot of mods that people can't be bothered to farm for some reason. It's like they don't enjoy spy missions. Weird concept, I know. But apparently that exists for some people. So you can check out, for example, the app Warframe, third-party app on PC, to help you in identifying what you've got in your inventory and what might be sellable. Yeah, basically, if you want plat in this game and you don't want to spend real money on it, then find something interesting in a game to farm up and give it to someone in exchange for the platinum they decide to purchase instead. That'd be your way around it. Alrighty, let's 4 minutes, sensible. Yeah, let's do that. And now the dual carriers is ranked up, I'm just going to switch back to good old Glaive. You hate spy missions? Well, do something else then. That was just one example. Basically, if you get something tradable that is not a guaranteed reward, then someone somewhere wants it. That's what it basically comes down to. Let's see here. This is a silence build. Ooh, that could be interesting. Don't know why it's a silence build, but let's use it. Just for the mobile defense. Is Ivara the bow frame? Yes, Ivara has an exalted bow. This is a nice build. Ah, yes, amped silence. My things get very, very loud. Deafeningly loud. And also completely silent. Because why not? Don't know why the tonight's build happened. Might have been a finishers thing? I'm not sure either. I just know. Invis. Also late OP. So let's just scoot through all of this. Here we go. On location. And pop down that orb. With amp. If anything comes through here now, hopefully it'll shoot that thing and get itself murked. That's the idea. I'll just keep up my invisibility. For so much crowd control and damage. Let's see what we got. We got Rhino, Mirage, Oh my god, yeah. This is a done mission. We don't even need to think about it. This mission is solved. Ooh, someone found something. Oh. Of course, Eye. It marks, what do you call it? Sentient cores. Let's just re-up that buff. Yeah, it might have been the Rim stream where it happened. It might have been that. You can tell that my Foreman has absolutely none of its buffs stacked up the moment. That took far too many shots. I'm just gonna... You know what? I did not mean to drop off the edge, but let me just pop this here. Any enemies can shoot at it, if being the operative word. That could get devastating on this floor.
Area completed. Move on.
There we go. An enemy finally crashed through, and look at the damage going out. Ooh, it was a bad day for them. How much multi-shot does Opera give? No idea. Let's set this up over here. That should give us a nice bit of coverage. Activate the silence as well to help reduce enemy abilities. Make sure my invis is fully set, and then we can check my ability. Let's see, Metronome, Opera, 144.9%. Just a little bit then. Just a little bit. Alrighty. There we go. I must have the Savage Silence Augmentar. Look at that. 4.5 million damage from a non-finisher glaive. It just, as a matter of course, is dealing that much damage. That's why we've got this build. Can I do it to these guys? Oh, Carl can initiate finishers on them, but I can't. Oh well. Smack. Dead. I put Amp here to help out. Okay, these guys need restaggering somehow. There we go.
We are finished here. Move on.
This is completely needless, but you know, why not, eh? Why not? Also, I seem to have a speed buff. Who's giving me the speed buff? I don't actually... Did I give myself the speed buff? Because I seem to be moving very quickly. Yeah, I must have accidentally somehow meleeed into a speed buff. Is that... I thought it was a melee speed buff, not an actual speed buff. I must have misremembered. No, just make sure my invisibility stays up full. And again, because I got silence, that will stun as I come in and finishes. Because hey, why not? The only downside is once an enemy is out of the stun animation from silence, they're no longer open to finishes. Like so. Oh, is it jumping for the speed buff? Alright. I'll be honest, it's been a while since I've looked at Octavia, so a lot of her kit has left my memory. Mostly it's that Metronome has just so many damn things going on to it. Smack. Dead. Because who doesn't love just
I have the Archon's trail.
killing everything with finishes? With a glaive, with a speedy Octavia. If everyone in range jumps enough, just yeet level speed. Oh, okay, I fall off the map, that's fine. One downside of this tile set. Gaps. Ta-da! Yeah, Octavia's buffs are a bit weird to acquire. They just kind of happen. There we are. Righty-tighty, there's a whole bunch of bloody in-game messages. I can only read one chat at once. Hello, Joker, how you doing? Alright, next one was the excavation, wasn't it? For Frosticles. Yeah, just straight up Frosticles. We're good here. Let's get into that. I know a lot of people were still to this day look at Frost like, oh, what are you going to use him for? What good is Frost really? It's like, he's still capable, you know? I mean, we've got a total armor strip, snow globe build, freezing enemies, healing myself and my allies nearby. Yeah, it's not nothing. That is not nothing whatsoever. So you're saying try Octave with no range, some strength. Invis is nice, but you don't feel a lot of damage difference. Fair. I mean, if you're not in the amp field, you won't feel the damage difference from amp. And it is additive, so depending on what you have, you might not be adding as much as you think. Just waiting on Flowing Thoughts to change their build to accommodate the new augment, and then we'll get going. Alright, Flame Thoughts, we'll give you 1 moment. 1 moment precisely. Once you have expired that moment, we will start with or without you. Because now is the time for action, not holding the stream hostage. What's my forming build? Yeah, let's bring that up for you. So this is my all-purpose forming build as it is at the moment. Got viral, got crit damage, got bonus damage on Serration Aptitude Merciless, internal bleeding for the slash because force impact, and galvanized chamber for the multi-shot. And there you are, that's the build. Hope you screenshot it. As a general all-rounder, it handles pretty much everything I need it to handle. The Serration is on there because before it has its stacks built up from kills, the Foreman is weaker at high levels. But once you've got the stacks built up, then it's not so much a problem. But yeah, the last thing you need is to come across even a basic enemy and have to take your entire mag to kill it, because you don't have Serration at the start. Oh, thanks, guy. Thanks for staggering me there. That said, with the access to Avalanche here, stripping the enemies, it's pretty easy to kill them. And then once the stacks are up, as you see, it just works. Why Amalgam Restoration instead of regular Restoration? Because it takes off 10 percentage points of damage, which is basically nothing with this amount of additive damage, whilst giving you a sprint speed bonus. So you get basically no loss of damage, so close to none that it doesn't even matter, and yet you get a sprint bonus. It actually kind of works. No, kinda, it actually works. Let me re-up the bubble in here. There we go, full health on it, and then I'm going to go to the next one actually. Really ballsy. We've got multiple defensive frames, so I'm going to be ballsy. We'll see if this is a terrible idea or not. I am a little bit out in the open here. As ever, chat, if you want to check if something is additive, multiplicative, or absolute, the only way to check without physically going into game and checking it for yourself, mathematically, is to open up the wiki. You can't read a mod or ability description to know if something is additive, multiplicative, or otherwise, because it doesn't tell you. Oh, that... Oh, well, popped. There we are. So if you want to know for certain, check the wiki. If you think the wiki may be incorrect, then you have to just check it for yourself. There are no other options at that point. Did we always have that new follow-up pop-up? No, we did not. I actually added that just yesterday. I've also rebalanced the audio levels on the stream, so if anything seems a bit off in terms of audio, let me know. There shouldn't be a change to the audio as far as you can tell, but if there is anything that's gone wrong, do let me know on that. Shockedy would like a little bit of EDM. Yeah, let's get ourselves into a position to safely swap over. Should be able to safely swap from here. Oh, Bubble's taking a lot of damage. Let me just fix that real quick. There we go. EDM, play, go. There we are. I think I managed to get away with that. You'd also rolling guard through a Blitz Xmas. That's not how you're supposed to do it. There we are. I don't have any kind of hotkey or anything set up to just switch playlists, so I do have to manually just open up the other playlist. Do I think of adding Thermal Sunder to Frosters? I'm not using it first anyway. To be honest, I was thinking of adding in Silence. Because with Silence then I can shut down certain enemy abilities. He's been abandoned? Oh. When did C get opened? Oh well, C's dead.
Destroyed. Protect the remaining dig sites.
Bones of my father.
I thought, whichever one I was on, I thought that was done. Never mind. I'm trying to follow a lot of ones here. It gets a bit hectic. I will make mistakes. Oh well.
Limbs of my children, piecemeal, unbroken.
It happens. Forming on automatic is actually weaker overall than the forming in shotgun mode. The only real benefit to using the forming on automatic is, well, there's 3 benefits. Infinite range. The headshot bonus, because you get 3 times headshot bonus on the automatic. You do not get that headshot bonus on the semi-auto mode on the forming. And then if the enemies are so weak that they're dying to just 1 or 2 automatic taps, because it's then more ammo efficient. But you don't really need to worry about ammo efficiency on this. Where did all my stacks go? Has it been that long since I've seen an enemy? Yeah, it's been that long since I've seen an enemy. All of my stacks are gone. Well, that's a bit naff. There we go. Now I can get some damage in again. That is a big downside of the whole galvanized system, is that if you aren't constantly killing, your weapons do just drop down in effectiveness, which can be a problem. If you get gaps in combat, suddenly you're weaker. And again, that is part of why Serration is on the build, to get around that happening. Then I can still deal plenty damage. Citrine has already come out? Yep, just today. That would be why there is a reference to red text in the stream title. This one got activated because of proximity. That's unfortunate.
The excavator has lost power. Find another cell.
I don't know which one has lost power. Let's see, it is F. Get past E, go straight to F. Power it up. Freeze this guy. Automatic's good and against notified bubbles. True, there is that, although you can just shoot the drone if you've got better aim than I have. Shooting the drone will stop the nullified bubble from even coming back, let alone pop the current shield. Still need 1 more power cell on this one. Let's look for that. Just wondering, can't you use 1 weapon for everything? Yes. Yes, you can. If you want to. Some tasks will be easier or harder with certain weapons. But you can just use 1 weapon for everything if you really want to. Alright, as soon as we get this excavator finished, this mission will be done. Once again, a combination of defensive frames. Does a very good job in excavation. Who knew? Defensive frames can defend. We cover this pretty much weekly on this channel. automatic mode is pretty bad on this build in particular. Because Galvanized Aptitude is additive on automatic, whereas multiplicative on semi-auto. And internal bleeding will basically, well, just can't proc on the automatic mode. Because the automatic has no impact and no impact procs. That's the thing. Oh, laser beams of death! There's always a laser disco sentient somewhere. Always. They are an absolute bloody menace. Oh, come on. It wasn't even aimed at me. That was aimed at someone else. Dodged it anyway. Well, survived it. That could have been nasty. Alright then, 2 missions down, 1 more to go in terms of the Archon Hunt, and also Steel Meridian's fully maxed out. Nice, let's get that to rank 2. There we go. Steel Meridian, rank up. Boom. Okie dokie, so we're on to the actual Archon stage itself, so let me grab my typical way of just dealing with it. I mean, it works. Why break what ain't broken, you know? Why fix what ain't broken, even? Yeah, that'll should do just fine. No? Yeah, no. Alright, thank you, Labelia. Have I brought everything? Wait, why have I brought the Cube of Heck? No, wrong. No. Not for a Rev build. I mean, it can work. No, no, no. Felarx. That's what I like bringing. There we go. And yeah, that's correct. Toxin. Toxin will be fine. Yeah, Toxin. I don't need the Hill Tox. Corrosive is better than fine. There we are. Alright, we're all good. Why don't I use resources when I ranked up Steel Meridian? Because I've already ranked them up before now. So you only paid them the first time around. Priming the Archon shouldn't cause them to build up too much damage reduction, right? It depends on the primer, but it can. It can. You're still hurting them. So don't prime the Archon. 1, you don't need to. 2, you risk it breaking everything, so don't. Do Sentinels contribute to damage attenuation in Archons? Any source of damage does, yes. If you damage them, you are adding to it. Don't damage them without a one-shot. Unless you want a longer fight. Well, some people do want a longer fight, but I don't. I love how I'm missing the headshot on a bunch of these and they still just die. Like, there's no fight, there's no chance. It's just death of the instant variety. Incarnate, sorry, not Incarnate, Felarx Zata is just ludicrous, quite frankly. It's ludicrous. Would like to have a couple extra headshots just to keep the bonus. Why is that guy sprinting at me? There we go. Alright, as soon as everyone else is here. Shoot. I got any on secondary reward? Oh yeah, we got the prediction. Let's get that running now. There we are. Why is my shoulder infested? Well, the little green stuff there, that's Mesmer skin. Got him. God, I don't know why he was acting so fast there. He was animating really quickly. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to head towards B.
Tear the veils from deacons and use those.
Flowing Thoughts is down. No, I hope someone that's in that direction could say Flowing Thoughts then. Yoink. Oh, this nice and quickly. Good, Flowing Thoughts is being revived. That's okay. So it depends on the stats you got on the Riven, on the exact stats of those two weapons, on the disposition, and therefore how strong your Riven is, and the end result on your build. I can't tell you offhand any of those bits of information because I don't remember the stats for the Tigris and Sancti Tigris. You'll just have to check those out.
The wolf was a mentor.
Have a look at the stats, see what you get.
I learned the wisdom of deception. Amar will prove a cunning opponent.
Off the top of my head, I don't know which one has the better stats when taking a Riven into consideration. Alright, on location, I have no stacks on my weapons, so let's try and get some stuff. I got some multi-shots. I would like something I can headshot, but these are sentience. There we go. That's a headshot stack. God damn it. And here's the Archon. Sugar. Got him. Easy peasy. Ta-da!
Thought himself a hunter. Now,
So that was pretty easy, wasn't it?
good job.
Archon hunt. Archon hunted. Yep, very easy. And we've got ourselves another Anassa sculpture. Alrighty tighty, there we go. Those of you who guessed it would be an Anassa as a secondary reward, you're absolutely right. 6 you did. Flowing Thoughts, the biggest of the gamblers on there. You're even in the mission. Enjoy your spanners. There we are. I don't know why I need to check that. You finally got one Flame Thoughts? Yes, you did. Alright then. So, with the Sorting Archon Hunt out of the way, I didn't even check. What shard did I get there? I got a normal one. Of course I did. It's a normal one. Oh well. Oh well. As mentioned, this won't be giving me 40% in 3 weeks' time because this week isn't going to count for it. But not to worry. How do you check the exact number? You check on the wiki because D put out the disposition changes on forum posts. Good luck finding the exact forum post you need, so just go check the wiki. They should state it in game, but they don't. So, wiki. Right then, Citrine. Oh, I misspelled it. Citrine. Let's have a look as to leveling this one up first, and then we can get a vibe for how she plays. For some leveling, oh, you know what? Just performing. Just performing. Indeed, Hawk. Yep, indeed. Alright, let's think about the modding. Now, Citrine can generate health orbs, has health regen over time, has slightly higher base health than shields, and has 250 armor to work with. Okie dokie. So taking that all into consideration, we've also got this, which is going to be a damage reduction ability. 10 upgraded to 25%? What does that mean? That's probably a bug. That is probably a bug. Anyway. let's see what I want to do in terms of building here. I think corrosive projection, just as a general starting point, is always a good idea. I think a bit of strength is probably not going to go awry. So let's go, just start off very basically at some intensify, although restoring health with abilities, I don't think we have that, do we? No. Will that trigger off the passive? I don't think it will, but let's assume not for now, because we just need to get this leveled, and then we can have a better look at everything. Let's go with a bit of intensify. These stats are showing that preserving shell isn't changing. Interesting. But it does increase the chance of getting health orbs and energy orbs. That's kind. That's nice. Those are just from kills. Enemies afflicted with the status have increased chance of dropping. Right, so only if they're afflicted. Fair enough. I can't see if this is an AoE, and if it is, how big the AoE is. So many missing details. So many details we need to figure out. Let's go for a basic rolling guard approach, just a general safety as we get going. Let's get a little bit of basic range in here. Let's get a little bit of basic, what do you call it, duration into here, that way around. Let's get a bit of basic efficiency into here, because hell, why not? Let's get a little bit of basic energy capacity into here. We've still got another 18 to play with. Why not all the mods? Even more strength and even more range. Why not? All the energy generation and mobility is fun. As far as a basic start, just throw everything on and let's see what we get from it. Oh, here the damage reduction is now showing higher values. Maybe we just needed enough strength to tick it over. Or is that based on some damage reduction per kill? What are you based on? Not based on duration, good. I would have lost my mind if it was based on that. It is based on strength, okay. It just didn't show up first. Fair enough. Alright, let's get this leveled and then we can have a proper look at what she's good at. We can't go into Elite Sanctuary Onslaughts, we'll just go into Standard Sanctuary Onslaught. Zom, if you're still joining in, that's amazing. Well, let's get cracking, get some levels, and we'll take it from there. We'll get around to looking at the new mission as and when I can actually get Citrine running here. If we got joining in, we've got a Sarin Prime. Oh, this should be good. And a Mirage Prime. Oh, this is going to be wonderful. I'm going to have a ranked up Citrine in no time. A Sarin Prime and a Mirage Prime just joined in. Is my fashion another randomized wonder? I did randomize the colours at first, but then I took the colours that were appearing and refined them. So this was a bit more garish looking and all over the place. I tweaked the colours to give it a nicer overall appearance. Okay, cool, yeah, just spawn me falling, that's fine. Everything is nasty. Alright. I can see my passive is 6.2, 6.4, 6.6 HP per second. Kids are rising. All those health orbs coming out. What have we got on the team here? Rhino Siren? Yeah. Seven and a half hit points per second. I'm still just pressing 1, to be honest. Not really sure as to the range on this. The feeling of the graphics doesn't really tell me a lot here. I'm just going to have to figure that out. We'll pick up a lot of health orbs here. Especially with the benefit of Exodus unit spawning, that's going to help us as well. So does Citrine's passive apply to her as well? Do we have no confirmation? Let me see if I can take some non-lethal damage. Come on. Why'd they all die? I didn't do that. Come on. Oh. Slithering shield regen. Come on. Come on. It does seem the health regen applies to her as well, yeah. It makes sense. It would be silly if it didn't. But yeah, it does seem it does. It just constantly heals. Okay, grapple whilst I'm using an ability, and it's multiple disruptors trying to ruin my day. I've forgotten what that second ability is supposed to do. I'll be quite honest with you. Ooh, that is pretty. I do like that. Nice opalescent sheen to it. That is very pretty. Look at the aura. Oh, mate! Back off. I'm admiring pretty. Yeah, it's got a real lovely sheen to it. I like this. Oh, now we're going through. Oh, 2 is damage reduction, right, yeah. Yeah, Preserving Shell on me and allies, there we go. And of course, yeah, it starts at 25%, it goes up with kills, and then goes down over time if there's no kills. Right. Okay. About 55% damage reduction at the moment, 67%. 70, 80%, 85%, 90%, and then it run out. Let me put this gem over here. It might be better there. Okay, wow. It's just kind of beaming a rainbow at someone. Interesting. Damage reduction ran out, so let's reactivate that. I can see that's on the UI in 2 places. It's on the passive UI, as well as on the buff power. That's a thing. 5%, 90% damage reduction. It doesn't stay up constantly. You are not constantly getting kills. But yeah, we can get to 90% damage reduction, so that is good. We have got some tank. But duration is going to be necessary to keep this up. We'll see how it plays out once I've got this to full rank, of course. Because this is without a fully ranked Citrine at the moment. This is still under-leveled. My HP regen is now at 21 hit points per second. That's applying to the entire squad constantly with a passive. Thomas, same thing that everyone misses when they leave a stream. You missed what happened before. Sorry, mate. If you want to see what you missed, go back through the replay. Or exclamation mark replays if you want to catch previous streams as well. So I upload all my streams over to YouTube, so you can catch them at any time in the future as well over there too. If you want to catch your favourite bits, if you wanted to double check something you missed, that's the place to check them out. Whilst the stream is active, you just have to check it out here on Twitch. Damage reduction up, smack, shoot. Simple process. Oh, did not mean to take that. I have rolling guard though, so it's not a problem. Let's put up the gem here, so this will just kind of cover this area. Alright, so that has gem at 5 stuff. Oh, it locks them in place as well. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we can work with that. I do like that the passive's HP regen is not dropping in between rounds here as well. As much as other abilities get turned off, the passive retains its full power between rounds of SO. That is definitely good. Bot is having a moment. The bot is really struggling today, isn't it? It seems like the bot queues up responses it's going to have and then just explodes with them. Yeah. This is a frame which could benefit quite strongly from natural talent or casting speed overall, I think. Yeah, there's quite some time in these cast animations. So natural talent is definitely going to be up there. Tiny. This is just a cone in front of her, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Can this go through walls? No. Alright then. Line of sight requirement on 01. Let's see, how am I doing on the leveling? 17. Definitely need a lot more. Hang on. Hector. How do I have more kills than the Sarin? I have nearly 100 kills more than the Sarin. What? I've mostly been spamming abilities on a unranked frame. How do I have more kills than the Sarin? I ask ya. Because it's not an unranked Sarin. Ah, public Sanctuary Onslaught. Nothing quite like it. Spores with Mirage? I mean, even with Spores, the Spores build should be building up. Mirage will cause the Spores to spread. And Mirage, well, Mirage hasn't got that many kills. This is not some earth-shattering amount of kills we got from either of these. Alright. I ain't getting the carry I was hoping for here. I ain't getting the carry I was hoping for. And that's saying something because I don't expect much from a public group. Assist kills? I mean, someone's going to get credited with the kills, so... I don't know. Pop that there, just pouring out stuff. We'll have to see just how effective that gem really is. Especially considering I just normally one-shot things, so, you know. Enemy spawns. Here we go. They are below me. I wonder if this this needs line of sight. That's the ilk balls. Yeah, definitely looking forward to having a longer duration on my 2 here. Yikes. I see Ross. I saw Ronald. Yeah. I saw your message. Like I say, just too late on the draw on that one. One thing with streams and having people on with the missions is that I can't sit around waiting forever. I don't want to continuously between every action just go, by the way, if you want to join in, we'll wait 5 minutes for everyone to sign in and decide what they want to do. So a lot of the time I will just go ahead, and if no one's message, oh, by the way, that thing you're doing, can I be part of it? No one messages in time, I will just go ahead. Because otherwise we spend a third of the stream waiting for people. And that's not fun. That's just not fun. Let's see where we're at. Rank 20, so we're halfway there. Yeah, I'm on 51% total damage, but overkill damage also counts there. The Fulman isn't exactly weak. We got Samaris bringing out his whole end justify the means BS. Don't buy into it. Well, the siren's gone. Getting a decent amount of work done here. Tom's raw math is apparently off. Wouldn't know. Pop a new gem out. And spread some more. A whole bunch of enemies over this side. I am just spamming out a lot of my one here. It seems to be working, you know? Yeah, Stream Elements is struggling today. I'm not sure what's going on with it. The bot is just straight up struggling today. It happens. We all have off days, and computers are no exception. Let's face it, for a while the whole raffle section just broke, didn't it? Glad we got that sorted out eventually. Would I consider her to be a caster? I've not leveled her to 30 yet to properly assess that. This is literally just leveling and vibing. Once we got her leveled, then we can have a look as to what she actually does. Never judge a frame before 30. Never. Because you are not experiencing the frame as they are. You take a level 10 Vault, and you look at the abilities, you'll think that Vault's 4th ability is useless. Genuinely. Vault's 4th ability looks stupid if it's level 10 against typical Star Chart groups. Because it'll just fail to kill most of the time. Can it to be refreshed? Yes. I don't know if that's resetting my damage reduction. Oh no, it does seem to be refreshed without losing damage reduction on it. Okay. It goes down for a moment, it seems, but that might just be UI. But yeah, you can refresh, it seems. Oh, that's good. I don't know why I didn't expect that to be refreshable. Have I checked the Gara roll went? We have not yet, no. If you think you're having a bug, the best place to report the bug is not on a Twitch stream, however, it's to go onto the bug report forums and report it to the devs. There they can fix it. Always take the report to the devs, because otherwise we just get broken things forever. You can also make a YouTube video about the bug, but I mean, you might not have the same reach as I do when it comes to such videos. The forum might still be the more efficient way. Seeing as this second ability can be refreshed, I wouldn't have minded it being a toggle, but we'll see. Refreshable abilities that can quietly run out and yet are 90% damage reduction or something as important as that. They can be a bit of a pain. Does the passive work on herself? Yes. Like most Warframe passives that apply to allies, they also apply to the Warframe itself, and this is no exception. I'm still not sure about the whole line of sight aspect here. Sometimes it seems I'm hitting things when I shouldn't have line of sight. Yeah, because that's not a line of sight. But then in other locations, I didn't have line of sight and it wasn't landing. Alright, let's see. Level-wise, 28. One more round should do it. Will I release a video on Sid Stream? We'll see. I, as yet, have still not had this Warframe at level 30 to assess what this Warframe is capable of at level 30. And because I have not had this Warframe at level 30 and therefore not been able to assess this frame at level 30, I cannot assess the Warframe! Crikey, how many times in one mission can I say that? Crikey. I know that some of y'all get the idea that YouTubers, when they put together videos, all they do is just kind of play the game for 5 minutes and go, yeah, this is how it works. I'll just talk a bit into a camera, upload the video, jobs are good, and might put some music in the background, might not, who cares. That's not how making a video works. Not if you want to be, you know, the Kengineer and not just yet another person talking into the void. I've just revived that pet. You can revive yourself now. Research goes into my videos. Understanding goes into my videos. And they are not just gut reactions to the first mission in which I've used a frame. So, on that basis, I do not yet know if I would want to make a video on this frame. If I find there will be enough to talk about. And that pet really loves going down. Here's my carrier Prime just absolutely vibing. And someone else's pet is just getting absolutely demolished. What is this? And it's an infested pet, no less. Sentinels are useless, they die too easily, says. Only people who don't know how to mod. It's hard to tell if someone jokes about Sentinels being bad or if they just genuinely don't know how to play the game, and it's usually the latter which is a problem. Hey. Nope. Nope. I tapped roll and it didn't roll. My bad. Did I hit caps lock? No. No, I definitely hit shift. It just didn't roll. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, it should be max now. Yeah, once we leave the mission, it'll max rank the frame. Lovely. Then I can get an idea as to how I actually want to go ahead with this frame. We've got an idea as to the core gameplay loop now.
Hurry, Hunter. The conduit is closing fast.
I noticed there is a decaying bar underneath the damage reduction symbol. I don't know if that's the timer or if that's something else. We'll have to have a look at that as well. There we are. Took 36 seconds, but we've fully ranked up Citrine to a max. I know it's a long time, 36 seconds, but you know, in this day and age, we allow ourselves to take it at least a little bit more casually. So just over half a minute, I think, is an acceptable point to have completed 7 rounds of Sanctuary Onslaught. And Zom just putting out literally all of the energy. More kills in the Mirage? Yeah, that Mirage was struggling a bit, weren't they? Not sure why or how, but that Mirage was definitely struggling a bit. Maybe they were trying too hard to use the Exceltra and Latum rather than the Mirage. That could be it. Alright then, Citrine. Now at level 30, so let's have a look. So, the damage on this, we got the range 24.5 meters, so it seems like it is a cone of 24.5 meters, so having the extra range on that is nice. The damage is nice, health orb drops and energy orb drops, those are nice to have, so range and strength are mattering there. Here, duration on the preserving shell, now it's going to be all the way up to 38 seconds, that's nice. Damage reduction, looks like the starting point is now going to be 61%, that is also very nice. And then we gain it on both kills and assists, so that is cool. I don't know what the decay rate is. Does it say anywhere what the decay rate is? Let's see in these tips here. Enemies hit with Fracture's Blast have a crystal floating above their head to indicate they're affected by the bleed status. Okay, so just look for the symbol. Prioritize killing enemies affected by it to restore the passive. Preserving shards apply to all allies within shared affinity range. Okay, this isn't range based then, it's affinity range based. Nice. That is one of very few abilities that has an affinity range on it. Very few. Let's see. Total damage resistance applied by the ability has a special HUD. Citrine can increase resistance, gain kills, or assist. Yep, we know that. Prismatic Gem will only target one enemy at a time. Interesting. Focus its attack by using weapons against priority targets. Oh, why do we get two sounds at once there? That was weird. But anyway, Liverpool3, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Really do appreciate that. Cheers. Oh. Don't know why we got two sounds on that though. Let me fix that real quick. That shouldn't happen. Overlays. Let's see here. I've probably broken this particular overlay. Let me have a look. I did do some changes the other day, and evidently I did not do them correctly. That can't be the one because that's got nothing on it. Okay. Was it this one that I broke? How did I break this one? I didn't even edit it. I copied it. That is doing its thing. One sec here, chat. God, there's so many layers to all this. There it is. Okay, cool. That should fix it. That should fix it. And to test that that has fixed it, I'm going to get you to even have a repeat of that. There we go. Wonderful. Liverpool3, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Really do appreciate it, my dude. And now we get the proper sub animation without the extra sound effect in the background there. Ridiculous saying, do you think it would be problematic for the game for all team buffs to be affinity range instead of radius? Problematic is hard to say. However, it would be imbalanced because range factors into builds. So just taking out the range requirement on a lot of things would be a serious change overall. In most cases, a buff. So yeah, I'm happy with things having a range basis a lot of the time. This prismatic gem then, so the damage that it puts out, it says damage 1540. What's the cycle time on that though? Because it's a beam. No idea what the cycle time, because that could be damage per second, that could be damage per half second, that could be damage per enemy, and then it just stops there. That doesn't give me a lot to work on. So we'll have to do some testing on that one. And some of the crystallize. Fractals rush forward, so you get enemies. Enemies touched by the fractals are paralyzed by crystalline growths. I want to know if those target enemies, or if they have a set pattern, and the enemies just have to be in the range. This crit chance, it says hit the growths to deal critical damage, but it has critical chance 300%. Is that absolute? Is that a modded bonus? Excuse me. What does that mean? So we're going to have to look into all of that. We're going to have to look into all of that, which is fun. Let's see on these other tips then. So, we saw in that bit. Prismatic Gem only focuses one target at a time. Focus is attacked by using weapons against priority targets, as it will not attack foes harmed by abilities only. With the exception of Fracture Blast. The Fracture Blast will cause Prismatic Gem to target enemies. Okay, good to know. Let's see what we get on that. Prismatic Gem's area of effect for allies, status effect, and duration buffs is indicated by a prismatic aura. Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, what? Ah, right. Status chance of status increase as duration increase nearby allies. Right, so everyone in the aura, which includes yourself, because you are an ally in your aura, Everyone in the aura gets more status chance and status duration. Okay, that's going to be quite a bit. Status chance and duration. That's going to be a lot. For melee weapons, the status chance isn't as important. I'm assuming this is a modded bonus. That, again, needs testing. I'm assuming it's a modded bonus. But status duration, that can go quite far. That can definitely go quite far. Alright, let's see what else have we got then. Each attack from Prismatic Gem will apply 1 stack of all of its status effects. Heat, cold, toxin, electricity. Harm the target with rapid fire weapons to apply multiple stacks of these effects. Wait, does this apply every time you hit an enemy then? So much to check. So much to check, because that is going to be a lot of damaging status effects, potentially. Like, what? Enemies with Overguard will not be immobilized by Crystallize, but will still grow crystals, shoot the crystal growths to take down their Overguard faster, because it's a damage bonus, obviously. Crystallize will generate fractals for every enemy within range and line of sight. If an enemy was just out of range, Citrine can reposition and immediately cast again, without removing the effect on already crystallized foes. Okay, so you can hit more... Yeah, you can recast to hit more enemies, I guess. Lots to check into here. And then casting Preserving Shell also staggers nearby enemies. Damage resistance is maintained upon recast, so Citrine can use this functionality to get out of a pinch. Okay, cool. So the recast, not only is it intentional, but also it comes with a stagger to help you survive. Interesting. Interesting. Lots and lots and lots to tease through there. Okay. I think it's Simulacrum time, chat. We need to test. We need to absolutely test this. So, Zom, thank you very much for joining in on the previous missions. I'm going to leave it right there. Let's head on down to the Simulacrum. Let's check out what I want to make a list. I'm just going to work my way through it, ability by ability, question by question, until we get all of the answers that we're looking for here. Let's work our way through this bit by bit. What's the effect of Archon mods? Archon mods are Archon mods. They're strengthened, what's it? Yeah, strengthened duration, yeah. Kind of obvious what they do. So, abilities wise, first ability I want to look at here. So, Fracture Blast, I wanted to confirm, does this or doesn't this go through walls? So let's spawn in a bunch of Gokstad officers. Let's max out their level, and let's pause their AI. That should do well. I've just seen Happy Feet. Thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. I don't know if the bot is going to remember to work. There we go. That has remembered to work. So thank you very much, Happy Feet, for subscribing with your Prime. Oh. Cheers. Enjoy your lovely blue badge, your access to the Supporter Tea Lounge over on the Discord, your emotes, and your ad-free viewing. Alright, so from here, doesn't hit. Now, is that because I'm too low? No, there it does hit. There it hit. There it does not hit. Okay, so it does seem that line of sight is a little bit of a question still in this game. From this distance, am I hitting anything? No, cool. There's the range there, it's 31 meters. I definitely had it lower than that. There we go. And I hit that one there. That's interesting, okay. Did not think I was in range to hit it. Oh. Yeah, no, I've definitely not got line of sight on this one. Like, if I paint the area around it, I'm definitely not hitting it. If I use the Fullman, oh, okay, Fullman did hit it. I don't know how the Fullman hit it, to be quite honest with you. But the Fullman is hitting it as well. But now the ability isn't. Okay, line of sight is a thing. It's So there it's not. Oh, I hit that one again. It hit it again. It's still hitting it. How is it hitting it? But there it's not. And now it's not, and now it's not, and now it's not, and now it's not. Oh, because it's too far away, perhaps. Yeah. What I'm learning is that this wall doesn't block line of sight for abilities for some reason, or this ability. This bit of wall here is just being silly. Okay. Well, Warframe. What's the damage tick that's happening here? 270 damage per second from that ability. Okie dokie. Don't need to go back to the arsenal. Calculate this from here. Go into the abilities here. I'm doing 270 damage per second. Now, slash procs deal 35% of their base damage per second. So 270 divided by 0.35 comes out to 771. It's a rounding error. So the damage that we're dealing that says 770 damage, it's then applying both impact and slash procs. I don't know if it is both impact and slash damage, but you don't really care about that either way. Fact is that the full damage is counting for the slash procs. That's going to hurt them a bit. Okay. Okay. Is there anything more that we want to note about the first ability right now? Yeah, it just gives you damage over time, and if you kill them whilst you're under the effect of it, you get the orb drops. What was that visible effect they said? Oh, that's not that visible. That can easily get lost in terrain and whatnot. That's not based on my energy color either, is it? Oh, no, wait, yeah, I've got energy color set to black, so I didn't want to make things really blinding in case she was. My bad. So that's going to be tied to energy color. Let's go blinding white. What could possibly go wrong with blinding white energy color? Well, I was looking for blinding white. That's not exactly blinding. So fires homing projectiles might have been going over the wall. Oh, they might have, actually. No. That's a visual effect. If I do it like this. Yeah, no, those aren't homing projectiles. No, that was just the animation. Looked it, wasn't it? Interesting. Alright then. Fair enough. Second ability. We get this here. Activate it. Yeah, it did start me at, what was it, like 61% damage reduction. The damage reduction does go down over time, naturally. So the point you start at is not the minimum damage reduction. It can decrease from said minimum. Interesting. Okay, that's an interesting choice overall. We can see the timer of the ability both on the ability itself and on the UI, it seems, as well. They are linked together. If I recast this, it rebuffs it up to that 61%. So the recast will bring you back to that level if you're not already above it. And if I quickly just delete some of these. Yeah, we can see that buffs up and briefly stops the decay. But we kind of need to have more of them in here for that to really count. Nope, I let the ability run out. My bad. Can't exactly gain stacks on it if it runs out. But there we go. Yeah, it gets us all the way up to 90% damage reduction, which is seemingly the cap. And we got these little teardrop gems going around me as part of the damage reduction, it seems. Yeah, they represent that the ability is active. Okay. Cool. So that narrowed down a little bit more. Let's just max out our HP per second, shall we? Or not. Okay. Let's bring in a bunch of butchers and I'll do it manually then. Re-up this. Yeah, you can see that staggering effect there. Swipe. No, it does seem my HP regen has stopped at 5 per second, hasn't it? Why is that not scaling up? That is supposed to scale up. Is that's a simulacrum bug, isn't it? Because the passive, yeah, the passive starts at 5. That's a simulacrum bug. God dang it. That is definitely supposed to be giving me more health per second. If I switch off Citrine to a random frame, and then back again, would that fix the bug, maybe? Ah, there we go. Bug fixed. Simulacrum being simulacrum. Let's just max that out real quick. Yeah, it does take a lot of orbs, doesn't it? Maxing out at 200 health orbs. Yikes. Okay. And then yeah, we just have the reduction. So we got the damage reduction and we got the healing. And if I go smack, 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 there we are. Max out the but of course, if I stop killing for even a moment, it starts coming down. Ooh, and quite quickly too. That was a very quick rate reduction. Yeah, that first 10%, that just falls right off. Okay. And then re-up that. Keeps the original damage reduction we got to. Because that is above our minimum starting point. Now, how low can the damage reduction fall? Because it's falling slowly, it's over the course of the duration. How low will this fall? Because now we're below my starting point. So let's activate the starting point. We're at 61%, 37 seconds on the clock. Let's see how that goes down. Just gonna have so much weirdness to math out. I mean, there's stuff for me to look into, absolutely. Yeah, her one is definitely not single target. It is an AoE, it's a cone in front of her with a range. That's cool. Damage reduction is all the way down to 33%. We've still got a few seconds left on the clock. Does seem to be a pretty steady downward fall, but if I recast it now, we're all the way back up to 61%. That's a thing. Okay. Let's take out some of the strength then. Yeah, the decay just doesn't have any mention of how fast the decay is supposed to be. So if I take out my strength here, and if I go for overextended to really hurt that starting point on this, damage reduction down to 25%, basically no gain on kills and assists, but keeping that duration. Let's see what happens now. So we're starting at that 25% now. Is it going to go down from here? It's not going down. Oh, that is interesting. It is not going down from 25%. Now, 25% damage reduction is not really anything. Like, 25% damage reduction is the same as having 100 armor. It's the same reduction you get natively to shields. 25% really doesn't matter to anyone, but the fact that it doesn't seem to want to go below 25% is really interesting. Because if I take Intensify here, I said if I take... Where did the mod go? What? Oh, there it is. It moved along. Okay. So I take this here. Yeah, bring it up to 28%, but that's because 28% is 70% of 40. But 40% of 40, that should be 16%. So it is hard capped. There is a soft limit at the bottom. A hard floor rather than a hard cap of 25% damage reduction. Okay. That's cool. I still think having strength on here is a better idea overall. But that's cool to know. Laser test time decay is about 1% a second. Maybe? But that could be just from starting point down and not from max point. Actually, on that note, but if I take out those, then the gain rate would be terrible as well. Yeah, let's take out these. Go for flat starting point of just 40%, which is terrible, quite frankly. Activate this. Now it's going to start going down straight away. Yep, because we're above the soft cap 25. But if I get a load of kills, no strength needed to get us all the way to 90% technically. And now let's see how quickly does it go down. So the first few percentage points are dropping quite quickly there. But now it's slowed down. Now it's just ticking down. Tick, 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 tick. Okay, so maybe there's just an increased amount of drain in the top 20% of reduction. But thereafter, it is just 1 per second, isn't it? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah, it's just the top end. Water abilities? I mean, D have put out a lot of information on what her abilities are, and I'm in the process of testing them. This is not a video where you could just jump to the bit where I talk about the abilities. So sit back, relax, and watch, and if you missed a bit, rewind. Let's see. So yeah, full 90% again. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, bloody duration. I didn't even notice that. Oh, yeah, that's a bit annoying. That is a little bit annoying for testing purposes, but okay. Alright. So 90%. Tick, 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 tick. Okay, cool. 75% below it's 1% per time. Above 75% it's got an increased rate of drain. Increased rate of drain. We are learning things here, chat. We are definitely learning things. At least, I am. Don't know about the rest of you. Okie-dokie. So, what else do we need to know about her abilities? Maybe halfway through its duration it slows down. It always seems to be above that 90% mark. Sorry, above that 75% mark where it crashes down. That's definitely a mitigating factor on having high damage reduction. If you want it to be really high, you have to keep killing. It is a maintain ability. But once you get below 75%, it's got that steady 1% per second downwards. Right then, was there anything more we need to know on that one? Nothing really, no. We know that the range on it is affinity range, so that's fine. So yeah, we're good. We are good. Alright then, Prismatic Gem. Deploy a gem that shoots prismatic beams. Yeah, I wanted to know straight away on that how quickly the damage is being applied, how frequently. Let's bring in a single Exo Gokstad officer. Could more strength affect the point at which the damage reduction rate changes? That I would need to test. Probably need to verify with frame by frame checking. I'll look at the other more broad stuff for now, but it's an idea, Necros. Okay, so let's set the gem up here. Goes forwards a little bit. If I tap you once. God, there is so much happening there at once, it is actually kind of difficult to See, it seems like it does one of each of the damage types separately. If I tap, God, there is so much going on. It's actually really hard to tell. But it seems to be 4 individual hits. Citrine, let's take your... Ooh, not that. Let's take your energy color back down to black, shall we, please? Lovely, thank you. I might be able to see what's actually happening now. Wrong ability, but okay. Right then. There we go. We've not got the white glow on them. It does seem to... Yeah, it shoots them with all 4 damage types. I'm seeing heat, cold, toxin, electric, yeah. So it fires 1 of each. Okay, we need a different enemy. Definitely need a different enemy to spawn. Let's just kill this one. Let's bring in a certain mower. Is the anti-mower, because they have a hell of a lot of shields. Ability is still active for a few... Nope, it just ran out. Have a new one. So, let's see if I can get an idea adds to the actual damage hits here. Oh my god, that just slammed this thing. This is level 185 anti-mower. I just tapped it lightly. Yep. That killed it. That was no, no surviving for that one. That just murdered it. Okay. Obviously, against armored units, it's not going to have the same impact. But yeah, if I just recast this over here to move the gem out of the way. Thank you. Just to show you what that should look like normally, chat. If I do that again, headshot. Yeah, that's what should normally happen. Yeah, again. Nice, strong electric proc. Look at that. Oh, all that damage. Wow, yeah. Now we have the gem do it. I mean, the shields aren't handling, and the health, well, because toxin, it's just bye-bye. Yeah, that's pretty effective. That is pretty effective. Okie dokie. Right then. Let's see. Let's go for a elite lancer. Yeah, just standard elite lancer, level 185. It's not going to be as strong as steel path, but this will give us at least some idea as to what we're looking at here. Pop the gem into the vicinity. Zip, 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 zip. Oh yeah, now that armor is definitely holding up against it, isn't it? If I keep shooting it... Oh, he exploded. He exploded. Let's put a few shots into you. It does seem to have a limit on how quickly it can apply itself. Because I see only 3 of each of the elemental procs there, minus the electricity I've got innate. Oh, that still killed it. That still killed it. If I go 1 tap, wait for the beam, 1 tap, wait for the beam, 1 tap, wait for the beam, it fills in all of them. If I go 1, 2... Oh no, it still did 5 of each. Was it because there's multiple clicks? Let me try it again. Let's get a few shots in. 3 shots. And it only applied 2 of each element. Okay. That was another 4 shots. And again, 2 of each element. So it does seem there is some kind of rate limit on there, but it is still pretty quick. Spawn them in again. Let's get a new gem going because it's about to run out. 10 shots, and we get 3 of each. Okay. We're getting into 3 of each. Now let's see, what's the fire rate on the 4-minute on automatic mode that I've got here? Fire rate of 7.47. So it's probably limited to about 1 every half a second. that right? Yeah, because if firing 10 shots, I'm firing for about 1.5 seconds, aren't I? So let's verify that with something stupidly high fire rate. What do I not usually bring out? I don't usually bring out the Ignis Wraith. What's the fire rate on this one? 8. I would like something faster than that. Gorgon? Supra? Supra is definitely a weapon I don't really use. Fire rate 12.5. You know what? Let's go with that. Base 12.5. Get rid of all these mods. No one cares about these mods right now. Fire rate. So I'm going to have my speed trigger. I'm going to have the prime shred. And I'm going to have my vigilante fervor. 32.5. Can we take this any further? No, that probably... Oh, wait. Nope. Valor acceleration. Oh, I can't quite fit that. 40.94. There we go. That should do beautifully. 40.94. Let's give this a whirl, shall we? Nothing but fiery mods. Interesting. And I saw 11 electric procs on there. Just a little bit of ammo inefficiency. It's not the end of the world. I can kill 4 enemies. Yeah, I've got 8, 9... Yeah, 9 of the procs on there, because Cole can only get to 8 now. 9 of the procs. And that was 9 of the procs after firing... all but 67. What was that, out of 400? 300. How many shots did I fire then? That was 223. No, 233 shots I fired. 233 at that fire rate. 233 divided by 40.94. I fired for 5.69 seconds and it had, was it 9 procs? Yeah, it does seem it's about a half second rate limit on it. Does seem it's about a half second. Okay. That was a lot of shots. That is definitely a lot of shots on that one there.
3 months, hopefully many more to come. Gonna farm so hard for that postcard.
Well, I thought, thank you very much for continuing us up with us here. 3 months. You got that lovely silver mugged. Almost white. Almost like this one. Cheers. You're farming so hard for that postcard. For anyone who's curious as to what the hell Flowing Thoughts means by that, by the way, on the channel points, the spanner rewards at the bottom of the chat channel there, the most expensive one on there, 250,000 spanners to receive a postcard. That's what Flowing Thought is working towards. Alrighty, so... one thing I want to check as well separately. Is there an enemy that's completely status immune? An enemy that I can spawn here. Is there an enemy I can spawn in that is completely status immune? Don't know if there is one. Sentients? No, I think they're... No, all sentients are vulnerable to status effects these days. I can try a Battlist. I don't think that's going to work. I wanted to not have the procs get in the way of trying to see this. I don't want to have to go frame by frame right now. Xmas with their shield up. That's not status immune. That is crowd control immune. Yeah, not status immune. However, I can see... Yeah, no, and I'm still got armor to deal with. Alright, now let's just go back to the mower. I just want to... Where is it? Anti-mower. I just want to see how much damage the gem is actually doing. Let's see if I can catch the damage it does to the health. I didn't see it. 1500. There we are. I saw a proc of 1500 to health with the toxin proc. So it's 1500 to the health. Anti-mower takes reduced damage on health from toxin. 25% less. So 1500 was reduced by 25%. So it would be 2000 normally. And what have I got this set to? 1000. Why did... Huh? Why would it deal 1,500 damage with electricity with toxin when it's supposed to deal less? Huh? It scales based on level? That was too round a number, and even then, it doesn't say it scales on level. Let me try that again. Let me try that again. That definitely 1,500 damage toxin with the toxin proc. Definitely. Let me get a different enemy. Maybe it's a headshot thing that shouldn't be happening, or it's just a pure coinkydink. Let's grab a Corpus Tech. Now, these guys take plus 50% damage from toxin on their health. So if this is actually the case, we're going from 75 to 150, so it should deal 3k toxin if all is normal. 1,500. Oh, we're not even looking at the super damage. This is separate. This is happening after the super fires. Oh, of course the gem times out right that second. 1,500 toxin again. And the shield damage? Oh, well, wait. Okay, now it's dealing... Wait. Anti-Moa? Wait. Anti-Moa? The Anti-Moa here was also taking 1,500. Now, 1,500 is what we'd expect against someone with only... with a 50% vulnerability to toxin damage. Could it be that the Anti-Moa has got the wrong health type? Yeah, 1,500 there. I also noticed that the heat is only doing 500, which is correct. The heat should only be doing 500 to the shields of the tech, because if we go to the tech here, you see heat has a double negative on the proto shields. That means minus 50%. This is base strength. So now on the Anti-Moa, okay, it took 2,000 on the electric damage. And the Anti-Moa has no vulnerability to electric on shields. The Anti-Moa is taking double damage. I don't know why yet, but the Anti-Moa is taking double damage overall. Now, if it was a headshot, I'd expect triple. So... Huh? Okay, right then. Let's try a different Moa. You know, maybe a corrupted Moa. Corrupted Moa has the same stats in terms of resistances and whatnot. It's just got a lot more shield, a lot less shield and a lot more robotic health. So yeah, let's give the corrupted Moa a shot, see what happens. Let's go with that. So we pop the gem. We'll confirm the gem is definitely working as we expect. If you do that there, you have 1,500 on the toxin. Do this here. 1,500 on toxin, and it's dealing 2,000 damage to shield. It's definitely taking double damage. The corrupted Moa also took double damage. Maybe it's because the gem's shooting it in the back. Is the back of a Moa weak in some way? Yeah, because I'm not getting this to target the headshot. I'm aiming for the headshot, but it's not headshotting. Man, this guy is so dead. These are nice. So yeah, let me try spawning the gem in front of the Moa and see if that's where I've been going wrong here. And then we do this. Still double damage. Well, I'm glad it died. Raptor, we clearly see something is weird here. You can keep saying the word bug all you like, you and anyone else who wants to just throw out the word bug, but there is more going on here than just, oh, well, something broke. This is not the kind of community where we just go, well, something broke. Come on now. We want to figure out exactly where things are going. So let's try... We're going to stick with the corpus units for now. Let's try... Yeah, let's try one of the... Not the auditor, because that is a... What's it? Index enemy. Let's go for a normal one of those. Whatever they're called. Bursa. That's the word I was looking for. Let's get a normal Bursa. Now I remember the name of what I'm looking for. One Drover Bursa. Why does something always go wrong when I test? Because I always look into the interesting things. Let's get this guy out of the way. I don't want him here. Okay, I don't want him near, but I then just... Yikes. Okay. Right then. Setting up the gem. I know it's behind it, but that... Yeah. 180 damage to the armor. Because, of course, it's got armor. So let's look at the shield damage. If I can. Oh, and it ran out of shields. You useless little... Don't run out of shields when I'm testing. 3,000 heat, 4,000 something else. Jesus, that is a lot of damage incoming there. 3,000 on the heat. Let's see here. Yeah, that should have been 1,000. Okay. Let's spawn the gem in front of it. Let's spawn it all the way over here. How could this go wrong? 4,000 cold. It took 4,000 cold damage. On the shields, that is. Now, it has a vulnerability to cold, granted. But still, that is too much. What? Also, that shield is doing absolutely nothing for it. That forward shield. This is just... Now we got into the armor, it's handling a bit better, but like... Oh, the gem ran out. I have a new gem over here. Of course, heat procs, they self refresh and stack. So this we keep the heat up on it and it just dies. Yep, there it goes. I ain't gonna bypass that, I'm just gonna let it die. Maybe look at the tips page. Hey, Choc, thank you. I didn't think about looking at it. We already looked at the tips page, Choc. Real tip, please. Maybe the weapon hitting counts in some way? I don't see why it should, would, or anything like that, no. Maybe it's doubling as a hidden magnetic proc? How would anything double as a hidden magnetic proc? Also, why is it doing triple damage rather than just double damage or some amount of magnetic? There was no magnetic in there. And why was it not doing that then to the tech, which also had shields? Right, about duration mods? Up. Got full energy, Drover Bursa. No change to the strength. Please tell me that's in range. Oh, freaking range mods. That's in range. That. Same damage. Same damage. And definitely no magnetic procs. Okay, let's take this an entirely different route then. Exo Gokstad officers. These lovely tanky units, absolute sacks of hit points. If we just have a look at the stats here on their health, it will take increased damage from heat, and otherwise no differences on the clone flesh that we need to worry about anyway. If I switch here, am I on the right one? Yeah, I am. There we are, strip the armor, so that's no longer a concern. Pop out the gem. 1000 toxin. 1250 heat. So this is correct. This is definitely correct. The Goxad officer takes exactly the correct amount of damage. Ronald, I am out of tea, so have a sip of water. Cheers. So the tech was taking the correct damage, and this Goxad officer is taking the correct damage. I'm just going to kill everything as general principle. Oh wait, it dolls. It died. But for some reason, the robotics were taking more damage there. Let's get a roller. Rollers are robotic. They have machinery health, so let's see what happens. This is probably going to instantly explode, but, you know, let's just try it. I might accidentally kill it with a super, but we'll try. I forgot to strip the armor to get full information on that. Ooh, and it might still die anyway now. What do you mean I can't strip the armor of a roller? What? What? This, I swear, this game, it does everything in its power to mess with you. Everything in its power to mess with you. Oh boy. Okay, not the rollers. Grenier that have mechanical existences is rollers, really. Fuck it. I'm spawning a Dargan. No, don't fly. Don't fly. I specifically have your AI turned off. No, that's just cursed. Okay. Honk. Interesting. Doesn't take status procs. Does take armor strip. There we go, and it takes exactly the damage we'd expect. Yep, all those numbers are bang on correct. Hang on, is that? Let's just kill this guy. So that's all fine. Touch Shield Dargid has clone flesh health, which is a thing. Now, come on, game, gaslight me. Gaslight me here. Just let it be that this now is going to work, and we'll all be like, why did I spend so much time on this? No, it's dealing double damage. Both to the shields and to the health, it's dealing double damage. Why is... Doesn't the crystal deal more damage with more eyes around? Did you see anywhere that it suggests that, Rikarez? Is there anything anywhere that said that's how it works? And did you notice that I've got my carry with me for every single enemy I've tested with so far? Nice suggestion, Rikarez. It doesn't meet any instance of evidence we've got here so far. So, no. Pax saying, does she do increased damage to non-organic just because she is non-organic? It's spitballing. I mean, you really are spitballing, yeah. Well, let's at least stick with what we're seeing in front of us here. So I've tried with the dog, I couldn't try with the roller. Let's see, what else can I try with? All infestors are organic. Corpus really was that have inorganics, but sure, let's try... Yeah, let's try you. No, wait, no, that's an index creature. They'll have stupid resistances. Let's try you. You're just gonna sit there, mate? You know you can fly, right? Okay. You don't mind to tell him what to do? I'm fairly certain I saw 1000 shield damage. Also, wow, that thing died too quick. I know AI is turned off. Yes, Jock. I am aware as to how I have set up my simulacrum. Let's have something a little bit chonkier, but not Neptune index units. Do we have flyers which are chonkier? Just more shields, please. 50 update inbound. I swear to God, if this update is to fix exactly what I'm talking about right now. Update 3 minutes. First hot fix. Great job on breaking things so quickly. Yep, here we are. Here we are. 25, 50, 50, 50, 50, 150. Yeah, they seem to be the best, don't they? $1,000 heat. So the drone is taking the correct amount of damage. The drone, the Osprey, is taking the correct amount of damage. This game. I swear. This game. But for some reason, mowers seem to be taking more damage versus even more damage again. Maybe it's a lore thing, and we just need to... I don't know. I don't know. Increase the speed of Citrune's crystallized fractals. Makes sense. I did see it was a bit slow. I hadn't even got to that bit. Fix some of the positioning issues for armor and Syndanas. Fair. Okay. Arachnoids. I do have Arachnoid. Okay. Let me just check the stats on that one. Proto Shield. Less damage from heat, more damage from toxin on Proto Shield. That's just stupid. How can it possibly take more damage from toxin as a shield? But less from heat is what we're expecting. Oh, wrong button. Wow, this thing has some damage resistance. Never mind, that ruins our ability to test. Although, once we're past... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, Glaive is strong. I haven't got to the defense mission so far, so I can't help you on that there, Buggy UK. Let's see. Fixed host migrations causing mid-defense timers to reset. Wow. That's for why you're branding by a teammate in first place. That's... Okay, yeah, red text. Let's not. Proto Shield's block toxin? Proto Shield? No. No. You got shield. Oh, where's ones with other types of shields? Was it a tech? Yeah, tech's also Proto Shields, yeah. Proto Shield is just a different type of shield. It's like alloy and ferrite armor. Techs definitely do not block toxin. Proto Shield does not block toxin. No. Fat Cat, thank you very much for resubscribing. Now it's 9 months. Really appreciate my dude. Cheers on that. Thank you very much. Yeah, if we have a look at something with normal shields, if we just go for a crewman, you see they don't have any toxin modifier on their shields, but the Proto Shield does. Have I tried the new gyro augment? I have not yet, no. I have only been at this for 2.5 hours. I have not had time to go through all of that. We are not there yet. What we are at is going to have to go into a little bit of an intermission. Because there's a hot fix. There is a hot fix. We're going to have to let that happen. Let me just quickly bring up the patch notes on my side here. And see if we can figure out exactly what has changed by reading notes. That's how you figure these things out. Okay, it doesn't want to show the patch notes on my side. Last. Either they've not posted them yet, or my forum is once again doing that thing where it just archives itself or caches itself, so I don't get to see the update. We'll see in a sec. We'll have to see in a sec, chat. Yeah, waiting for the hotfix to finish deploying, then I'll get that reinstalled. But so far, Citrine is looking like they're interesting and got a lot. I do mean a hell of a lot to look into. Longshot, but maybe the tooltip for robots is wrong, no one noticed. Well, that's the thing, is that it's throwing up questions there. Need checking into other ways, but yeah. we'll have to dig further into that one. But for now, the big thing we could take away is that on hit, the prismatic gem will strike the enemy 4 times with each of heat, cold, electric, and toxin damage with a guaranteed proc. That proc is based off the full damage written on the gem. Some enemies are weird about that. So that means at base stats, it is delivering 4,000 damage every half a second. 8,000 DPS, basic from the prismatic gem. Plus you've got the status, and that status is enhanced due to the status duration, so it's going to last even longer. Which is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Interesting. Still waiting for the hotfix to go through. As I'm saying, from what I've heard, the augment shocks are on separate cooldowns. No recasting for you, a double CC Roswell. Fair enough. Yeah, still not looked into it. I'll get to augments at another time. There is so much in this update. There's no way I can cover it in one single stream. Absolutely no way. Okay, this hotfix is taking longer to deploy than I thought. So let me just... I thought I was going to quickly switch over and be straight on to signing back in again. But you know what? Let's just wait on this screen here. It's prettier. Crystallizer still need to get onto the verifying of, but at least so far what we do know, Fracture Blast, it is a cone. The line of sight on it does have some kind of line of sight restriction, but it seems a bit flimsy. So sometimes you'll hit things that you would have thought you shouldn't, so that's nice. And then otherwise it works as described. The slash proc is based off the full damage as written on the ability. Deployment complete. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we'll intermission out of this. Because you don't get to see me login details or anything to indicate you towards it. Let's fully jump on out and I'll be able to load in, get the update, and we'll see the patch notes at the same time, hopefully. Let me just get Warframe to recognize it can start to update. Steam being Steam tells me it failed. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. Now it's working. The update notes, have they loaded? It's doing that thing again where it's cached. Nope. I ain't seen them. Alright, someone who is a subscriber, can you post a link to the patch notes, please? Only do it if you're a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, you will get timed out by the bot for posting a link, so don't just spam a link in. For some reason, it's just not popping up on my side. Thank you, Copyball. Appreciate it. Alright, let's see these changes then. The 4 travel speed is faster, updated the sound, added a featured banner to the Crystal Bastion collection. Okay, fair enough. Diorama, removed Stealthless Shotgun from Conclave. Why do they always add a weapon and then forget to remove him from Conclave? Anyway. Some fixes all over the place. Just some random mission fix, crash fix, clipping, positioning, script errors, small editing flicker, remnants missing visual effect, timer, crash, known issue. Oh, Volt Shield is currently not protecting from explosive weapons. Good job. There'll be a cert fix. Okay, well, fair enough. There we are then. There we go. So hotfix is nothing much to talk about. However, what is more to talk about is PV Watermelon. Thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Welcome in to the channel proper. Enjoy your lovely blue badge, your access to Supporter Tea Lounge over on the Discord, your remotes, and of course, added free viewing here on Twitch. Oh. Cheers, cheers, cheers. And now I've finally logged in to be told about the actual update has happened. Anyway, let me switch back over. Now we are fully updated once again, and we're good to go. I almost thought, when I started this stream, I thought, the update came out 2 hours before stream. I'm not going to have to wait for an update and red text at the start of stream for once. This is going to be great. No, still happened. Still happened. Oh well. Oh dearie dearie. It's fine. So, Where are we at then with Citrine here? Fracture Blast we're fully through. I'm quite satisfied with how it works. It's relatively simple ability. Line of sight is a bit wonky, but otherwise fine. Preserving Shell is interesting, to say the very least there. Strength will give you a higher starting point, but the minimum is still 25%, maximum 90%. You need kills to maintain, and its decay rate is faster if you're above 75. So that's interesting. Guards herself and nearby allies, by the way. So Gara eats your heart out. Gara has to cast it on everyone, whereas Citrine here just goes, everyone gets it at once. So that's nice. The Master, you got it wrong. No, it's her powers are very RGB. RGB, because either that's or LCD, because, you know, she's liquid crystal, right? You got the wrong letters there, my dude. Let's see, Prismatic Gem. So what have we not looked into on this one so far? Yeah, the range on it, just radius of the whole gem stuff. We've got the duration basic. Damage we've already checked. It's 4 hits. Seems to be rate limited to every half a second it can trigger. Meep Deep, you already have a ticket. Status chance... Oh yeah, status chance is tied to strength. Status duration is tied to duration, so that's cool. No, CRT is cathode ray tube. That's completely different, Merlin. Yeah, Prismatic Gem, I'm quite happy with the testing so far on that. It's something is up with the mowers. I don't know what is up with the mowers. I don't know. Do I go back and try and figure out what's up with the mowers, chat? Do I try and figure out what's up with the mowers, or do I just get straight back onto the other abilities? I think the other abilities is a smarter thing. We'll leave the mowers to someone else. Yeah. Skip the mowers. Mowers are mowers. I agree, Zelf. Mowers are mowers. Just hit them with toxin and be done with it. Crystallize. So now we got this one. The fractals rush forward, seeking enemies. Enemies touched by the fractals are paralyzed by crystalline growths. Hit the growths deal critical damage. Oh, there is a lot to unpack here. There is a lot to unpack here. Let's go unpack it. There is a lot to unpack on that one. I'm excitedly concerned. What I think about the new mission? Don't know yet. We've been too busy looking at the brand new Warframe. It's got time for a mission. We gotta do numbers. Does it say how much damage reduction she gives to teammates? The same as she gives to herself. It's just the same. It pops up on your UI as well to confirm that that is true. Alrighty, so when we cast this fourth ability with no enemies around, nothing happens. Okie dokie. There's quite a stain on the floor. I am going to put on that natural talent because I really want that. Oh, first let's check that crit chance. Does that increase with strength? I don't think it does, but let me just double check here. No, it does not. Alright, cool. That is fine. A natural talent though. And whilst we're at it, might as well get the drift mod. Speed drift, is it? Yeah, cool. Full casting speed. Thank you. How do you get this variant in the simulacrum? It comes around in an event every now and then. You can't get it right now. There we go. That's nice and faster. She jumps forward notably with that ability. You gotta be careful of that. Jumps forward and forces you to the ground. Definitely gotta be aware of that. Labellia, I believe that Citrine is acquired through the mission. I've not looked into the missions yet. D gave me Citrine for free, so take that as you will. Alright, let's get some Gokstad officers in again. They are great for testing purposes. And let's grab... What do I want to test with crit-wise? Don't want to be too devastatingly strong. My full mini here. What's the crit chance on auto? 84%? That could give us the testing I need. I don't have any vigilante on it, do I? No. Cool. There we are. You do need to do Heart of Deimos quest to unlock the mission node. That's all. Okay, oh, I need my energy back. Good. Thank you. Let's go pop with that. It does hit them all. We got these growths. These are huge growths. All right. So I've hit the leg here. 28, 28, 28, 28. If I hit this. 100, red crit 157. Oh boy. Red crit? Bit of a wonky hitbox, not gonna lie. Yeah, loving this hitbox right here. Oh, look at that beautiful, beautiful hitbox. Mmm, yummy. Oh, did not hit behind. Is this a cone? Oh, this is a cone ability, okay. Oh, that is a bit of a spicy crit, though. That is a bit of a spicy crit. Let's see. That one does get touched all the way. That's fine. Yeah, that hitbox is working quite nicely. Yeah, that one's working quite nicely. Oh, never mind, it timed out. Yeah, that hitbox is fine. That hitbox is fine. Yeah, you're fine. I managed to find just the one that breaks. Oh, no, here we go. Maybe this enemy is just ornery. But yeah, aim for the right belly of the crystal. Ooh, that lurch forwards. I expected to land about here. Let me try it again. Yeah, okay. That's going to take some getting used to. Yeah, prepare for that kind of forward angle. I was really expecting for an ultimate ability it would be circular, not cone, but hey, well. Ooh, does not reapply to enemies that are currently affected. Bear that in mind as well. That was a quick revelation right there. If they're currently affected, you do not reset the duration. Okay. So, that crit chance then, that seems to be an absolute buff. So let's get something that has basically no crit chance. Let's grab the new core. The new core does not understand what a critical chance is. It figured out critical damage far better than anyone else, but a crit chance, it never really got the memo. So that's a little bit dirty. It doesn't seem to chain, though. Not chaining the red crit, no, because the chain isn't hitting the crystal. So it is mitigated slightly. But that's still a little bit bonkers. That's still a little bit bonkers. So at least it's not going to chain for ultra damage, but we do kind of go. Let's put a crystal out as well. That's looking nice. That's looking nice. You get massively rewarded for aiming here. Oh, that hit the crystal that time. So it can chain to the crystal. It's not always going to change to the crystal, but it can change to the crystal. Ooh, okay. Let's spawn in a whole 20 of these. Let's get mad. Jolt. Freeze everyone up. Trying to find crystals in this mess of stuff going on. Dead. Quick reload. That duration is a bit on the low side at the moment, though, for this ability. 12 seconds, and I've got... Okay. I'll just leave this going. Is it going to help out for a bit? It's getting some work done, but it's still Goxad officers. You know, you can only expect so much for an ability against Goxad officers. God, they just melt. Once you get that red crit in place with the shard bonus and the viral bonus, they just cease to exist. I mean, that is dirty. I killed the chained one first because I didn't hit the crystal. That is dirty. Okay. Can the glaive trigger the crystals? Good question. Let's find out. Let's see if I can get any red crits here, because my glaive does not red crit. Oh, wow. That missed so badly. Oh, that's going to take some getting used to. I saw a red crit. Yeah, you can red crit. It's just... that wasn't ideal. Let me try that again. Maybe I need to aim into the group rather than above them like I usually do. Oh, for crying out loud. That jolt forwards and then drop. I'm going to have to get used to that. Only one red crit so far? Yeah, only one so far. I think was a direct touch. Okay. Let's bring out an AoE weapon then. Let's bring out the Turnitin boy. Might be that AoE doesn't get the bonus. That looks a bit weird. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to hit the crystal with the AoE, because none of these are having it happen. Not one of them. And on the balance of odds, at least one should. So it does look like the AoEs aren't quite nailing it. Now, I do wonder, someone's mentioned about the Zoris. What about the Zoris electric procs? What about the Zoris electric procs? Let me take off the Virulent Scourge here, get us to just electric. If I do it this way, just nailed that landing. Any of these gonna tap into it? It doesn't look like I'm gonna see anything like that here, am I? No. Now, next question is that crit chance still a bonus on top of an existing crit, or is it setting your crit chance? To test that, let me get something really high crit. Let me grab the Epitaph, because that one gets a nice high crit pretty easily, doesn't it? Yeah, charge shot, 144% crit chance. That could mess my stats. Let's not have something that can go wrong in terms of trying to track what's going on. Let's just go with this here. Charge shot, 144 crit chance. Yep, that'll do. That'll do. The Amprex would work. Amprex is not an AoE weapon, it's a chaining beam weapon. The Amprex would work. It's direct assault. So, first of all, let's get a body shot. 47 with orange. 29 with yellow. So that gives us an idea as to what we're looking at. That means that the increase per crit multiplier from 29 to 47 is an increase of 18 damage. Yeah. So now let's see. When we put this out there, how much do we deal? 65. 65 is 18 above the orange crit. Yeah. 18 above, so that seems to set your critical chance to 300%. So if you have over 300 for some reason, this would actually be a nerf. Unless it doesn't apply. How can I get 300% crit chance to... Shit. Have I played with the new ones? No, I have not. Not at the time as yet. Alright, let's see. How am I going to get 300% crit chance? Probably my Paris. This might get there. Let's make some stupid crit build. So I've got my Riven, and then we've got critical delay. 253. Oh, come on. Come on. What else can we do here? Gonna have to go for the headshot bonus on that. How much is that gonna give me? On a headshot, 120% multiplier. the base value being 45. That will do it. That will get me over. It's not going to be much over. It's not going to be much over. That's going to make that impossible to tell the difference, isn't it? We can try. We can try. Any other crit chances I've got in here that aren't the Vigilante set? Scope is going to be higher without kills. I don't expect to get kills, to be honest, so yeah. Let's go with this. Test on Natruk. Natruk I don't have this ribbon for. So, is the Natruk going to hit 300% critical chance? Somehow I feel like the Natruk is not going to hit over 300% critical chance to do the test. Yeah, no. No. That's not even close. I don't have a ribbon for it. The Paris I do. Harrow's its own set of issues, because the way that his crit chance is calculated, I'm not even going to touch Harrow. That can mess up our understanding more than help. Now, let's go with this. With this setup here, just to get the maximum amount of critage for testing purposes. Stynax? Yeah, Stynax. Well, we need to have Citrine. So that doesn't work. Nice idea, but that doesn't work, Zelf. We need Citrine for Citrine testing. Already got the enemies. Okay, so 489. Can we get something above 489 to indicate a tier 4 crit? 635. Okay. The 635 is possible with this headshot we've got here. Yeah, let's stick with the drawn shots. Get that full charge. Yeah, 635. Okay, so now let's see with the crystals, can I get a 635? It doesn't even count as a headshot. I am doing more... No, that was the base damage again. Okay, well, never mind. That kind of ruins that idea a little bit. Well, no, actually, I can... Yeah. Yeah, I just need to get a headshot, and that gives me the crit chance. Let's see. 65. Can we get a higher one? Show me that tier 4 crit. 81. 81 on tier 4 crit. Yeah, 81 on tier 4 crits. Now let's see on the crystals, can I get the tier 4 crit? Fuck you. Come on, show. I'm hitting 2 at once there. That's going to be a bad result. Okay, that run out. That's fine. Free up my crit chance modifier. Can I get an 81? It's happening often enough with the normal shots. If I don't get one at all before I run out of ammo, it would certainly give me an idea. Ooh, ran out of the crit bonus. It does seem to be locking us to a flat 300% crit chance, doesn't it? Unless... Oh wait, is the crit bonus only on... Or is this only on headshot? Oh, wrong thing. No, that is right, yeah. Yeah. It does seem that it's hard locking it to 300%. It does seem to be the case. When did the Galvanized mods come out? I don't know, check the wiki. I don't memorize that date, sorry. Yeah, we just get the bonus again. Just trying to see if I can get an 81 here. That's all. Maybe. Just once. Nope. But if I aim for the body... There's the 81. So yeah, I'd say that pretty much confirms it. It sets your crit chance to 300%. Now this raises a different interesting question. And this is probably one of the dumber questions I could ask, but let's ask it anyway. Which would win? Smeeta Gavat or Citrine's Crystals? Now, we might be waiting a while for this particular test. But who's going to win? The 200% bonus that this forces you into, or the 300% bonus that Citrine forces you into? Who's going to win? Which applies later? How do we know? The lower one definitely? Maybe. Who is going to be the winner of the override abilities? Is it going to be Smeeta? Is it going to be Citrine? Well, first of all, we need Smeeta to actually try, so get trying, you little shit. There's 180 odd people waiting for you to use your ability, so do it. Do it! Don't give me that lip. Do it! Okay, whatever. Cats do not help on command. Yeah. Well, it tried. It failed. Okay, whilst we're waiting for the cat to figure out if it wants to actually be helpful or not, what we can do is we can kill all the enemies which are nearby, and then spawn in some Nox units at level 18, just so they easily die. There we go. And the reason I'm bringing in a bunch of Nox units is that I now want to just get this Toxin Cloud here. Is that Toxin Cloud not damaging me? Yeah, I can't help but notice I'm not being damaged by that Toxin Cloud. There we go. Right, Kitty, over here. Where are you? Kitty. So the Kitty is taking health damage. There we go. Now, is the Kitty healing? The Kitty is healing. There we go. So the passive does heal the Kitty. Because this cat does not have innate health regen on it otherwise. I'm just going to verify that now. Charm, fetch, check your hands, back, plop, 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 plop. Nope, none of this. Oh. Fuck. It does have passive health regen on it. My bad. Let me try it again. You saw nothing, chat. You saw nothing. Right then. You. Kill me. Try to kill me. Toxin, please. Here we go. Right. Kitty's taking toxin damage. Let's try this again. I mean, the health regen was high on it, but let's see. And Kitty is still regenerating health. There we go. Okay, this time. This time we know for certain. Don't give me the shield buff, you cretin. We could be here a while on this one. But Kitty is getting healed by passive. Kitty is getting healed by passive. Medipet kit. Let's put that back onto here. Righty tighty. Gonna switch to Nidus and switch back because I noticed that the passive broke. More. More. Feed me in the kitty. Feed. Takes a lot of health orbs to max this out. There we go. Okay. No one knows me, Pete. No one knows. The cat is getting 6 HP per second from energy buff. What do I need energy for? Yeah, the Medipet kit heals the cat 6 health per second. Alright, let's bring back the Goxad officers whilst we wait for this cat to stop being a dick. Again, I can currently get myself to slightly better than red crit. I get the chance of landing a tier 4 crit, which still appears red. I'm gonna get this time. Let me just re-up the headshot bonus. Now, come on. All we need is just a Oh, that was a tier 4 crit. Come on, show me the tier 4 crits. Show me the body shot tier 4 crits. Come on, please. Oh, crit chance. All right, cat's done it. I have the crit chance debuff. Hey, Citrine wins. Citrine wins. If you get the cat buff, dropping your crit chance down to 200% or raising it, Citrine's buff will override it. If you hit the crystal. Beautiful. Beautiful. So as much as Smita may be nerfing me, and Citrine may be nerfing me, Citrine will nerf me less than the Smita Gavat. Boom. Boom. I'm officially cooler than my cat. Hell yeah. Smita is overrated anyway. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this thing. Like, oh yeah, Smita Gavat, it's so amazing, it's got charm, it can give you extra loot and whatnot. Only when it wants to. It's a waste. Well, it's not a waste, but... it's oversold. It's oversold. Alrighty, though. I mean, Smita even led to nerfs. Smita literally led to having Steel Essence despawn after 5 minutes of not being picked up. They implemented that because of Smita Gavat. Smita has led to nerfs in this game, so, you know. Damn you, Smita Gavat. Damn you. Right, what have we got left to check on this? We are aware that it is a frontal cone on Crystallize. We don't care about the damage. The damage is nothing. It's terrible. We don't care about that. We do know that the range on it is pretty big, so it's a large frontal cone. The duration is on the low side, I'd say, to be quite honest with you. It's on the low side. The crit chance will hard set your crit chance to 300% is what it seems to be. I will do some further testing on that later, but I won't do that on stream right now. I need to figure out exactly what I want to test it with. Curious if the DR procs off allied damage. Well, the one that says you gain damage reduction on assists. Is yes, if you assisted. Brand new mug of tea. I love it. So, yeah. I think we've covered the main details here now, chat. Surprisingly, after we have Varuna and Grendel like they are, this is a surprisingly understandable frame. This is a surprisingly understandable frame, which is cool. What am I missing here? I'm going conversation about Railjack. I saw Rebelite. Never mind, doesn't matter. So, damage gives you extra orbs, and the health orbs specifically will work with your passive. This gives you damage reduction. Starting point is based on your strength. Minimum is 25%, maximum is 90%. If you're above 75%, it will decay faster. Below 75%, it only decays at 1% per second. Only decays if you've not got a kill for a couple seconds. Pretty cool. And recastable, maintains your current percentage unless it is below your strength entry percentage, in which case I'll bring it up to that. So strength amount or higher. Prismatic Gem deals 8,000 DPS by the looks of it, on top of the status damage, which can deal even more, especially with your status duration bonus. Pretty large area, single target at a time, but it can bounce between them pretty rapidly. Crystallize. Is there anything else on that one? It's pretty. Crystallize. Freeze the enemies. It's a frontal cone, just like with Fractured Blast, whereas Prismatic Gem is a full zone. The frontal cone locks them up, sets your crit chance, and does some token damage. Yeah, I think we pretty much understood this one now. Weirdest thing about Citrine's Moas exist? Yeah, Moas. Okay, one last thing then. Whilst we're here, seeming to understand this frame nice and quickly, Anti-Moa, out you come. And let's grab something else which has the same shield type as well. Let's grab not a few. Something with the exact same shield type. Not an Ambulus, they are funky. Legend Crewman, they have 150 shields. Well, one more. Juno Elite Crewman, there we are, that'll do. 200 shields. Kitty, don't screw this up for me. So, against you, charged hit. 1206. Against you, 905. Reconfirm. 905 against you. Reconfirm. 905. It was a tier 4 crit. Just a higher crit. So they do take the same damage as each other. They do take the same damage as each other. I put out the crystal when I hit you. 1500 toxin to the health there. And 1000 to the shields from heat. But when we tap you, twice the damage. The toxin is the same amount, but the shields is much higher. Yeah, I have no idea on that one. Does her 3 hit all enemies when hit by an explosive weapon? Oh god, I imagine no, but sure, let's try it out. I have the epitaph. Oh, that's perfect testing weapon. That is perfect testing weapon. Let's get in a whole bunch of anti-mowers, because they deserve to be killed for how stupid they are. Alright then, whole bunch of anti-mowers. Crystal at the ready. It can switch targets. It's really going ham on them. Look at it go. Good lord, that crystal was not messing around. I mean, it only does a couple at a time, but it was working through them. It seems to only target an enemy once per hit you deal to it. But so long as it is taking damage, it can be targeted? Is that it? Or if it took the damage... Oh, let me see if I can get a non-status applying AoE. What the hell is a non-status... Do I have a no-status AoE? I don't know that I do. I don't know why D allowed that red text. That red text is cursed. I don't know what has gone on with the red text, but it is cursed. Tonko here, status 10%. You know what? That's low enough. That's low enough for the testing purposes. Let's make it a big old boom. Nice big old boom. Yes, 10% status should be fine for testing purposes. We don't need to make any other changes here. Just run it as is. Kill off the remaining anti-mower because we are anti-mowers here. Pop our crystal. Okay, so despite the fact that these are not taking ongoing damage from me, the crystal does work through the enemies that have been affected. It's not choosing based on which is closest to it. It seems to be choosing pretty much at random, I'll be quite honest. Or it might be proximity to... No, it's not proximity to me. Yeah, no, it's seemingly random. But it will target every single enemy you have damaged per hit. And anti-mowers just take too much damage. I don't know what's up with that. So if I just go pop, and the crystal began to go zappy zappy, but then it timed out. That's unfortunate. So if I put 2 shots down, will it double tap enemies? It's just working through them. It's just working through them. Oh, there we are. Yeah. And the enemies I hit multiple times, it got there. Alright, cool. Yeah, there we are. So... it's not the most damaging ability, but I mean, certainly in lower levels, that's gonna ramp up. Like, this is strong. Lower level players are gonna absolutely love this, because this is only after Heart of Deimos to get this. What are the build requirements then? What are the build requirements? How am I gonna look at that easily? Citrine. Can I just look at it this way? I thought I was just looking at a gem for a moment. Where's the blueprint? I'll go to my orbiter. This is looking very interesting. free aimbot for doing regular damage. Yeah, it's kind of burning through, and 8,000 DPS with proc support on it as well. I mean, that's not nothing to sniff at. That is not nothing to sniff at. Oh, show me the blueprints. Yo. Bloody damn it. Frickin' citrine blueprint? You're not gonna let me do that? No? Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can farm citrine. Yeah, that bit earlier. It's just I can't link it. It's right here. Right here. I can't link it. Oh, is Otak gold them all? Ah, there we are. That'll work. That will work. If Otak has them all, then that makes our life very easier. Let's just quickly go check down there then. So this is why it's good streaming Discovery, because there's always someone in the chat who knows what's up. Not all of you. I will be quite honest, it's not all of you. But there's always someone in the chat who knows what's up. Also, I've just gone straight past him. There he is. You're going to be a very popular man at the moment. Unearth citrine. I have no idea what these results are, but okay. So, the chassis requires a bit of cryotic, a bit of alloy, a bit of nanospores. Nothing too crazy there. Those resources are pretty easy. Alloy could be a bit of a problem for newer players. The rest is fine. And then stellated necrothene. Faceted timetrite, and then some argon, and then basic materials. Polymer, gallium, morphic circuits. This is all looking really easy. All depends on how much it takes to get these crystal fragments or the drops from the missions. But like, those build requirements are not a problem. The only thing is those gems. Necrothene and tiametrite. Let's see. Well, that's minimum possible rank. That one, however... is that going to be rank 4? Might be rank 3 or rank 4. That's the bit that holds it back. That is the bit that holds it back. Now, I don't know what these drop rates are going to be on these crystal fragments, because I've not done the missions yet to look into them. Oh, well, yeah, someone said, yeah, you can get 10 crystals per wave, and the waves are 5 minutes. Yes, I do remember reading that. You get 12 on steel power, but is it 5 blue, 10 for red? No, you sure it's split like that? That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. Rank 2 for necrothene? Oh, that is low. That is low. Only rank 2 for the stellated necrothene. I don't know why I thought it was higher then. Okay. Alright, that's good. So yeah, the material costs on these are very accessible. Like, ridiculously accessible. There's no fishing in here. There's nothing outside of just Deimos for the open world materials. So you don't have to go to the Plains of Eidolon. You don't have to go to War Valis. It is just base materials and a little bit of mining. And hey, if you guys are struggling with mining, I have a mining guide to make your mining so much easier. Seriously, a lot easier. If you are at all struggling. This mission is all super low level. It did seem so, yeah, it's a Mars mission, so that's good. Fragments of 10 each rotation, 5 for every fragments collected. 58. I'll need to look into exactly how that works out. I have to go to the Void for Argon? Yeah, you have to go to the Void for Argon, but it's Argon crystals. It's the Void. You get there with access from Phobos. Like, that's about the same tier you start getting other early game frames. This looked like an early one. This is looking good. I'll need to see how this comes out. Because the drop rates. What are the drop rates? I know I should be finished now, but I really want to finish looking at these details. So what are the drop rates? Where can I find that real quickly? Here's my links. PC drops. Citrine. Is it going to search? It's not searching. Citrine. Ooh. 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 Ooh, those drop rates are painful. 6.8% for the Citrine blueprint on rotation C of a defense mission. And I'm guessing it's not AAB, CCCCCCC. I'm guessing it's AABC rotate. I'll have to check, but that's my guess. And then these are all 4.5% each. Youch! Youch! That is... Oh... Okay. I'll have to run the numbers on that, but... Woo! That doesn't sound too shiny. I can see why the costs are coming up where they are then. Yikes. So say, I'll have to double check on exactly how the crystal fragments work, but say that you get 10 of each every rotation A, or every 5 minutes. So every hour of running, and that's assuming no gaps or anything, no delay in starting the next rounds. Every 5 minutes you get 10, so every hour you'll get 120. 3 hours for each part? And why is this one 300 and 350? That's a typo. That's a typo right there. Why would Citrine Systems be 50 less of the Belric? What? But anyway, that can't be right. There's no way they're going to give you just 10 of that material per round to make this, with the pity system, 3, 6, 9, and then that's going to be, what, like... Yeah, it's probably going to be 13-ish hours. No. No. I'm going to do the mathematics on this jam. I'm going to test out the mission off stream, obviously. I'm going to run the simulations, but no way. That can't be correct. I'm going to have to look into that. There's no way that is correct. Matrix say it's 15 per round on Steel Path, 7 per each 50 remnants. You can get 2 to 3 of those each round. Okay, so you can get more. Even then, that's a high end on the pity. I'm definitely going to have to check into that. Corafel is 500, 300. Yeah, but then the step loss is 300, 500. So that makes sense there. I don't know what's going... yeah. These are just weighted differently for thematic reasons. I'm going to guess that one is representing the red person and one is representing the blue person more. But this just stands out as weird. Oh, this... Jim saying, did a 25-minute run got 105 of each? Was it on Steel Path or normal mode, Jim? Grim. Y and R that way around, Ken. Not Jim. Grim. I'm so sorry. Anyway, Grim. Normal. Okay, so you did 5 rotations then. A, B, C, A. You got 105 of each. So per rotation, you were averaging, what's that? 21? Yeah, you're averaging 21 of each. That's a lot faster than I was expecting there. That is a lot faster. And if we just extrapolate from that information you've given us there, we need 350 times 3 plus 500. Divide it by the 105 you got and multiply that by 25 minutes. That would come out to just over 6 hours at that rate. Oh, actually, Grip, did you have a resource booster? Did you have a resource booster? I wonder if that might affect it. You did. Okay, okay. That might Great, more testing. More testing. You're saying didn't work. Booster doesn't work at all. Okay, fair enough. Okay. God, there are so many questions. So many questions. I mean, I've got the question about solo versus squad, because if someone's doing it solo, it's going to be harder to get these fragments, and therefore it's going to take them longer, whereas if they're in a squad, they're going to pick up the fragments faster, and if they are going to pick them up faster, then how much faster is it going to come into play? And it's a breakdown as to when you get the pieces, doing the simulation as to how far do you want to run, do you need to run to pick up the pieces that you're getting here and there. At least you don't need to use the crystals to build the pieces of each of these, it's just for the purchase of the blueprints. The crystals are otherwise completely unnecessary for the building of citrine. But there is a lot. There is a lot to consider there. And that's just to get the Warframe. Can't you just limbo bubble the places and go grab the stuff when solo, since you don't need to kill for waves to keep it going? Then Xmas units spawn and things might go wrong. Haven't done the mission as yet, but that's what I could say could go wrong. We'll have to see on this, chat. The drop rates, however, being where they are, does sound rather painful, because Varuna also runs on a drops are on a rotation C system, but that's also a 20-minute system, just like with the new mission. So, are you going to be able to use Necromake for the new mission? I've not heard anything to say as much, Trekkie. So I'm going to say no. Interesting. And then this at 1,000, 1,000. Okay. 100, 100 for the Prex. Sure, why not? At least you have got repeatable stuff here in getting these. Are these tradable? Oh, these bits are all tradable. Don't know if the blueprint's tradable. The blueprint is not showing a tradable icon, but the parts are showing as tradable for the weapons. None of the Warframe parts are tradable, though. I don't know if these main blueprints for the weapons are, but the weapon parts are definitely tradable. So there is value in trading these, and you've got value in collecting all of these as well. Interesting. Citrine is looking nice. Citrine is looking nice. I'm going to have to do some testing, go away, figure out what kind of builds work, what kind of situations she can really shine in. But she is looking nice at the moment. A blueprints are rotation A anyways. Yeah, it's just a matter of seeing could you buy it outright from other players. Interesting. Alright, chat. I think on that extended note of just kind of overseeing the update bits and pieces there, we've only gone on to the absolute basics so far, as it were, but still, had a look all around. It does seem like this is going to be an interesting one. We got bits and pieces to work through. Definitely going to be some videos coming out of this update, which you guys can look forward to in the near future. Can I give you a geology fun fact to wrap up with? Whilst people do exclamation mark ticket to give themselves a chance to win some platinum, I absolutely can do. So let's pop out of here. So for those of you who don't know already, citrine is named after the mineral citrine. And citrine was initially pictured with a purple colour for her gems. I've gone for the silvery white, but she was initially pictured with purple rather than her now signature orange. And interestingly enough, citrine, as you might expect from the name of it, is a roughly orangey yellow colour. But it's still the same thing, near enough, as amethyst, as amethyst is only, well, citrine is just amethyst that got heated up in some way, either naturally or artificially. But perhaps more interesting than that, or at least more on point than that, is that both citrine, amethyst, and various other minerals you may come across are actually all the same mineral, a very common mineral, called quartz. Quartz you find all over the place. Silicon dioxide is one of the most basic things throughout the entire crust of the Earth. It is so ridiculously basic as far as minerals go. People love it. It's shiny, shiny. Can produce a lot of different colours based on the inclusions. I forget the exact inclusion that makes amethyst and citrine. I want to say that it's an iron inclusion, but I might be wrong on that, chat. So don't quote me on the type of inclusion. But yeah, citrine, amethyst, quartz crystals, they are actually all the same crystal, just some of them have some stuff inside to change their color, and that is where we get the different shiny rocks that are sold in gem stores for far more than they are worth, because hey, everyone loves a little bit of shiny clicky clacky, eh? On that note, I think it's about time we do the platinum giveaway. Let's see who is going to be the winner today of that platinum giveaway. Let's not accidentally mouse over onto the Parazon because it makes a lot of noise, and we prefer the shiny shiny. Look at that shiny shiny animation. We'll stick with that idol. But let's see, where is my tab for that? Alright, let's close that now. The winner today, getting themselves a little bit of extra platinum to put towards what they would like from the Warframe market, is Fork V. Fork V, F0RKV. Congratulations, you are the winner today. I'll be contacting you here on Twitch in just a moment to get a hold of your Warframe username and platform. We'll get that sent on over to you, therefore congratulations. And to everyone else in the chat here, thank you very much for joining in on this. Fork saying, lol, can you reroll? Fork, why do you join if you don't want to win it? Why would... You know you can just not type ticket? Why would... Well, you said can you reroll, so fine. Forker's surrendered. I win very few things in life, don't want the plat, just the good feelings from winning literally anything. Fair enough, okay, well congratulations on winning the ability to make me reroll it. So, to correct myself, the actual winner is Snake Raider 47. The actual winner is Snake Raider 47. Congratulations there to
Evening
Snake Raider.
late. Wasn't visiting lately. Been occupied with Hogwarts Legacy tongue.
Van Stevens, thank you very much for resubscribing with your Prime. And now on to 2 months, you got that lovely bronze mug to go with it as well. What a way to wrap it up there. We got the winner of Snake Raider, and we got the sub there from Van Stevens. Thank you very much there, Van. Appreciate it. So, Snake Raider, I'll be contacting you instead shortly after stream to get a hold of your Warframe username and platform. And I won't be passing it on a third time if Snake Raider doesn't get back to me. That's just the end of that one. So, now with that, let's see who we can raid to wrap up this stream. Who do we want to go over to today, chat? Who do we want to go over to today? Whilst I switch us over to our lovely little intermission screen once again. Because there's probably going to be a bunch of streams up today. What with the update? Somebody? We're going to be raiding somebody, matey. Yeah, absolutely. You can be certain about that. We are raiding somebody. The question, my friends, is who? Oh, this is unusual. I'm not at the top of the category. This doesn't happen every day. But there we are. It's fine. Brozine just started, so he's an option. Oh, if he's just started, sure, why not? Let's get him started with a little bit of love on there, shall we? Let me just navigate on over to Roseem's channel. If it's just started, it might not be showing where I can immediately see it, eh? Yeah, I'm going to have to navigate to it directly. Let me just make sure they are definitely in a state to receive a raid. Yeah, let's head over to the Broseems. We are going to there today. Thank you very much for the suggestion. Alright then. Thank you very much everyone for joining in. I do hope you enjoy this update as much as it looks like we are going to. As I say, I'll be putting together all the details to look into citrine builds, farming, all that extra stuff in the next coming weeks. So don't you forget to check out the YouTube channel frequently and be subscribed to it. But for now, that's all from me. Let's raid over to Broseem. You all have a good one. Bye bye.